and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy Headliners Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy Headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo. Analytics off the chain. All the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? We're back for another live show. It's week 11.
Woo!
And you know what it's going to be, Kyle. It's going to be a banger tonight because we get to talk some football. We get to hang out with the nation. We get to just communicate. We're going to, as we get into these later months of the season, Kyle, at the end of live streams, we go to Headliners After Dark and talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. But we got plenty of football to talk about here over the next hour and a half, 2 hours or so. And people are going to start filing in here. You see the chat's going to start going crazy. The likes are going to start popping off. So make sure you're hitting that like button because, Kyle, I'm ready to talk a little bit of football here on this fine, chilly Saturday evening.
Whew, like I talked about in our members only video that I dropped today,
Sounds
discussing
kinky.
Some ways to get ready for a playoff push. We're getting to that time of the season. Like trade deadlines for leagues are coming up. Playoffs are going to start here in the next couple of weeks. We have an extra week of a season this year, which is awesome. But I mean, I don't know how that's affecting a lot of leagues. Hopefully you are finishing your season in week 17 this year and not in week 18, ladies and gentlemen. The final week of the season should never be used for fantasy football.
No,
only
never.
for DFS.
100%. That's at the time, like you said, that's where you just transition over to doing daily fantasy, some prize picks maybe over there as we get late. Now we're seeing a lot of super chats come in, just so you know, right off the top, right off the rip. If you send a super chat, it's going to be answered. It will not be ignored. 100%. Just give us some time. We'll get through there. We even had some come in before the stream even started, which is absolutely crazy. But we'll make sure we're going in between super chats and the live chat as well. If you're in the live chat, you have a good opportunity of us talking to you and answering questions as well. So make sure you stay active. Kyle, before we start, do we want to set a light goal at the very beginning for me to put the helmet on?
I think we got to wait until more people get in here. So we have a good feeling of how many people are going to be watching tonight.
Yes, I have an idea. I have a slight idea.
Okay.
But that's also because I'm partially psychic. I've never told you that. This is news to you. You do believe. You should believe me. The people should believe me.
I do.
Perfect. All right. Well, hey, let's start talking some football, Kyle. Why don't we kick it off here? OEG official. He was up in the super chat. He was in the super chat before this. I think we had like 10 minutes before we even went live, and dude is out there saying, "What up, Headliners? Hawk or Muth in a 10-team PPR." Now, I'm just thankful we have the tight end whisperer here tonight, Kyle. So when you pay attention to your tight end, what is it whispering to you here, Hawk or Muth?
TJ Hawkinson.
Is that what it said?
I had to listen for a second.
I'm just glad you didn't stand up, turn around, and let it answer for itself, because that would have been awkward.
Just stick it right on the microphone.
That's disgusting.
CJ Williams needs to know pick 3: Gibson, Gaskin, Monty. or Connor.
We got to pick 3 of them. So technically we're going to sit 1. Honestly, I mean, we love the matchup for Myles Gaskin. But, I mean, when you look at the other options you have there, Gibson, Monty, and Connor, probably a little bit safer in my opinion, because Gaskin's just been so inefficient as he's finally gotten the touches, and now the dude he runs like 6 feet and falls forward. So that's a problem. Gibson looked healthy, got the touches last week, scored some touchdowns. Difficult matchup for him going up against Carolina in what could be an emotional game there with Cam Newton back and Ron Rivera. But I'm going to go with Gibson, Monty, and Connor there for the running back position. Then he also has DJ Moore or T. Higgins at the wide receiver position. And part of me,
DJ Moore higher there.
I would say part of me loves DJ Moore with Cam Newton coming back. Yep. I think that connection really clicks off here end of the season.
Yep. No, I agree. I really like DJ Moore. It was part of why they were my Manscaped must-watch matchup of the week. Perfect. Deshaun Wood says, let's go, boys. 5-5. Number 2 overall in points, in 5th place as well. Fighting for my life right now. Scoring lots of points. Just getting unlucky. Hearing a lot of that this season. With CEH back, do I start Goddard over Williams PPR?
CEH is not going to play. He is doubtful. He's probably another week or so away. I don't see CEH out there this week. So
that's what I was going to say. Is he talking about Darrell Williams? So I'm wondering if he meant like flexing then Goddard in the tight end over Darrell Williams. I'm wondering if that's what he meant.
It could be what he means, but that's not what I'm doing this week.
I would still play Williams, yes.
Yeah, I'm keeping Darrell Williams in there.
And are we doing Tua or Herbert this week?
Man, a lot of people are frustrated with Herbert because the big numbers aren't there. Right when the production of Mike Williams kind of took a hit, the ceiling has lowered down for Justin Herbert, but people were complaining last week about him. He still finished like quarterback 7 overall. So he's still putting up points. It's just not huge points. I like Tua this week, but I have Herbert 2 spots higher.
I'm hearing in the chat.
CEH is available, but I do not believe he's going to play.
Let me see if there's been any updated news. A couple of hours ago, the Kansas City Star reporting that he will play on Sunday in his return from knee injury.
I do not expect a whole lot of work going for CEH.
Let me see real quick.
I do not expect a whole lot there.
It's not like Darrell Williams was bad either in the time that he was filling in for now his return to game has officially arrived. The Chiefs activated him on Saturday.
Yeah.
From injured reserve. So they've activated him. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to start and get the bulk of the carries.
Yeah, not at all. Not right. Especially.
Which is basically what you said. Okay, I wanted to make sure because the way people were talking, I thought they were saying, oh, hey, he's for sure playing.
He's going to be available to play, but are we expecting 20-plus touches like we maybe saw close to before the injury? No, not in this first game back. Not with the way. If Darrell Williams had totally sucked it up, then okay, maybe we're looking at a little bit more. But Darrell Williams has been very serviceable, very capable of catching the ball out of the backfield. He has Mahomes' eye out of the backfield as well. So I mean, I'm still going Darrell Williams for at least another week.
Yeah, and then as far as Tua over Herbert, you could go with Tua this week and hope for maybe a little bit more upside. But I really feel like we're at the point of the year where we're not taking gambles like that. We know what we're getting with Herbert. We don't necessarily know that with Tua. And Tua had a great return last week on Thursday Night Football, coming back from that injury, looking hella sexy. But here's one of the problems with that. It was basically 2 big plays, 2 big blown coverages that really led for Isaiah Ford and Albert Wilson to have huge gains. Almost half of his passing yards were on those 2 plays alone. So I still think we need to be very, very careful about rolling Tua out over a guy like Herbert, who has more weapons, has better weapons, and has shown us a little bit more over this time.
Yep, agreed.
Yerbo. 5 bomb, full PPR. I need 1 wide receiver and a flex player. So out of the wide receivers, we got to start Deontay Johnson, Bateman, Darrell Mooney. It's Deontay Johnson for me.
100%. Oh, man. Yes, it should be, but I really, really, really want to just grab my boys, you know what I mean, and throw out Rashad Bateman because with no Hollywood Brown this week, Rashad Bateman is just like I don't know if it's a trap though. It's almost like it's like perfectly lining up for this to be a huge Rashad Bateman week, but could it also turn into one of those things where it's big Mark Andrews week.
Yep.
And it's not going the way. Maybe Bateman sees the more targets, but Andrews is the one that finds the end zone. That's where I'm kind of worried about that. I know Deontay Johnson's probably the safer option. I think if I had to chase points, though, where I was really trying to make up a big difference, if I feel like I'm going to be playing from behind, that's when I go Bateman.
For me, I mean, am I going to be playing Bateman over a lot of people this week? Yes. He was a start in my wide receiver video before Brown was even being told that he was out. So for me, Bateman does climb higher. He's probably a top 24 play for me pretty easy. But in terms of playing him over guys that I know are going to get volume, I'm still going to play it safe with Deontay Johnson there. Now, another question that comes into play, we need to pick a flex.
Right.
So out of the wide receivers that we didn't pick, Antonio Gibson and Jeff Wilson, are we still going Antonio Gibson there?
With a doubtful Elijah Mitchell, highly doubtful, I have a hard time not going with Jeff Wilson Jr. going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The defense for Jacksonville's played better as of late, but we've seen Jeff Wilson produce in this offense before when he's had that role. And, I mean, they really have no other options. I mean, maybe we see some Trey Sermon, but there's a reason why Trey Sermon has been inactive for weeks. You know, I mean, Jeff Wilson's going to get first crack at it, and I think Jeff Wilson may be the safer option out of the two because his matchup is better than that of Antonio Gibson. I think if you want to gamble on Bateman, then I play it safe with Wilson. If you want to take the safer option, maybe with Deontay Johnson, then maybe I gamble a little bit more with Antonio Gibson. I just don't know if I want to go, too risky there on both spots.
Also, I really want to know who created the YouTube profile, Kyle's #1 fan.
I don't know, but I saw it in the comment section of a video this week as well.
Did you? I didn't see it in the comment section. They hopped over to the gaming stream, which we're going to go game after this here. And I've got a pretty big giveaway over there. We'll talk about it a little bit later on.
Whoa.
Claudio Gomes. Love this show. Love you too, Claudio.
Yes.
Forward kisses. I need help picking two. Robbie Anderson, CEH, Ayuk, Elijah Moore, and then Hawkinson or Schultz. I've got Hawkinson over Schultz. As far as the pick two, for me, I've got Robbie Anderson and Ayuk higher than Elijah Moore this week.
I do too, for the simple fact that it's Joe Flacco, and I don't really want to know if I want to trust Joe Flacco in New York.
And
so
it's
I would
not
have
like
to
Elijah
agree.
Moore has been super consistent all season long either.
Right. If it was going to be Mike White, maybe I would go Elijah Moore because he seemed to really, lock in on him, but not Robbie, or not with Joe Flacco anyway.
DG bombs away 04. I effing love you too, man.
That's right.
Effing love you too. Woo!
Nothing but love.
Woo! Dan Marino, Bateman with no Browns versus the Bears, Higgins versus the Raiders, Hunter Renfrow versus the Bengals. We're benching one, and then kind of wants to know a little bit of rest of season outlook for each. This is a really tough one, especially for this week. So Bateman is now above. The ceiling is Bateman and Higgins. I mean, that's 100%. Bateman, Higgins, they're going to be the ceiling this week. Hunter Renfrow is super, super safe, though. So if you need ceiling, if you need guys that could go off, it's Higgins and Bateman. If you're looking for a little bit of both, I go with Bateman because he's the wide receiver one on his team, and Renfrow because he's the wide receiver one on his team. Higgins is not the wide receiver one on his team.
Yep. Exactly. And as far as rest of season, I think Hunter Renfrow probably about the safest option of all of them, especially in those PPR scoring leagues, because he's going to get the volume every single week. Plus, they look for him around the goal line as well. Darren Waller kind of taking a step back there. T. Higgins, somebody who's going to have big games, but they're going to be inconsistent because he's sharing with the likes of Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase. A little bit more boom or bust there. And then Rashad Bateman. I love Rashad Bateman, like an unsafe amount of love for Rashad Bateman, but I don't know, as long as we don't miss Hollywood Brown for an extended period of time, I don't know if he sees enough consistent volume because they're still a team that runs so much each and every week that they don't get those 40, 50 pass attempt games from Lamar Jackson to the point to where he's going to get volume regardless.
Daniel, guys, I just traded Mixon, Hollywood, and Miles Sanders for Dalvin Cook, Madison, and Mike Williams. Now, my team is Dak, Lamb, Jamar Chase, Aaron Jones / Dylan, Cook / Madison, CEH, and Freiermuth. Thoughts? Well, Daniel, if you're not a member, I'm wondering if you watched my members only video today, because I talked about something eerily similar to this. So for me personally, Mixon, Hollywood, Sanders, Cook, Madison, Williams. This is a tough one for me because
I don't mind it.
somebody's right here hanging close to me now, and I don't want to trade Mixon. However,
Getting Dalvin Cook is okay.
you're getting Dalvin Cook. Mike Williams, hopefully, if he gets going. If Mike Williams gets going in the right direction, Cook Williams wins it easy. If Williams continues to play this way the rest of the season, Mixon and Hollywood is probably going to outperform these guys.
And he has set himself up decently for the playoff run here by having the two handcuffs of the two best running backs he's got. So he's at least he's kind of safe there. This is the time of year where I don't mind that. I hate to just hold handcuffs all year long, but at this time of the year, you've kind of locked in, because these guys are going to be fringe RB1s if their studs go down, kind of like we're going to see with A.J. Dillon. If something happens to Cook, you got Madison. So I think you've positioned yourself pretty good there going into a playoff run.
Yep, absolutely. Luis Alcantara. I need my flex. And this flex, baby. That flex.
Or this one.
This flex, baby. Is that what you need, Luis? Who should I start? Jeff Wilson Jr., Elijah Moore, or Pollard? It's Wilson for me.
Yes, absolutely. This week, he's going to dominate touches in that backfield.
Steven Dominguez, evening legends.
What up, Steven?
Full PPR, need a running back. Pollard, Murray, or Drake. So it's kind of squished together here. So it looks like Pollard, Murray versus Chicago, or Drake versus Cincinnati. If we need just one.
This doesn't say if it says full PPR. I think I'm probably going to. I would love to say that the Pollard play against Kansas City is going to be a shootout back and forth between Kansas City and Dallas, but Zeke's just as capable of catching passes out of the backfield, so Pollard's a little touchdown dependent. Kenyon Drake, though, is just somebody who hasn't seen the volume as of like he did, a few weeks ago. I think Pollard may have the safest floor, but the highest ceiling, if you want to gamble a bit more, is going to be Drake. I'm not going Murray this week because Devontae Freeman's still going to be involved.
Yeah, I'm not even close to touching Murray the rest of the season at this point, unless there's injuries. Michael Thompson, Gallup, or DJ Moore in a full PPR league, even with Amari Cooper out, I'm still going Gallup, because I don't think necessarily Gallup takes Amari Cooper-esque volume out of nowhere.
So you're still taking Gallup or not taking him?
Do what?
You said you're taking Gallup with Amari Cooper out.
No, I'm not. Even with Amari Cooper out,
Okay,
I'm not
just wanna
taking
make
Gallup over DJ Moore.
There you go.
Yes.
Maybe I misheard you. I don't listen very much when you talk.
Dino in a standard league. I need to start Darrell Williams or Adrian Peterson. Who do I go with?
I'm going Darrell Williams. Give me the guy that at least has some touchdown upside in an offense that can at least score some points.
Again, like we just mentioned a couple of minutes ago, yes, CEH has been activated. There's no guarantee on touches. There's no guarantee on how much he's going to play. There's no guarantee he's going to start. He hasn't really been that great this season anyway. So with Darrell Williams actually playing decent, why would they just all of a sudden sit him for? I still think Darrell Williams gets a little bit of or enough work this week to get you some fantasy points.
Yep, exactly.
And of course it jumped all the way to the bottom. It was White Mamba. I saw the name before it skipped. I got to find it now. White Mamba, 6-point pass TD.
Like it.
Cam, Tua, or Jimmy G. This is Tua for me here. That's where there's enough upside over Cam and Jimmy G.
It's very close, but I agree. I have Tua as the highest of all of them because I think he also brings the safest floor with still a high ceiling. I'm already on record saying that I love Cam this week. I just don't know if the passing touchdowns is really where he's going to make his money. I think he's going to be making that money with the goal line touches and calling his own number there with some RPOs. But yeah, I think I go Tua, but it is super close.
Headliners. I got a 2-hour drive in front of me to get home. Not going to be able to ask questions, but I'm going to listen. Love the show. What up, guys? Carlos Gutierrez.
What up, Carlos? Drive safe, Carlos.
Don't be distracted by our beautiful faces. Eyes on the road, 10-2 in front of you. Listen, but don't peek. Don't peek.
Whoa.
Don't you do it. Kobe Young. Set my lineup, please. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. So For the 2 running backs, we have to pick Eckler, Harris, or Montgomery. Eckler and Harris for me.
That's 100% agreed.
2 wide receivers from CeeDee Lamb, Rashad Bateman, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. It's Lamb and Bateman for me.
100%.
And then we have to pick a flex out of Montgomery, Waddle and Smith. It's Montgomery for me.
We totally agree, Kyle.
Woo!
100%.
Knock that one out.
That's right. We
Lone
totally
Star
agree.
Hobo in a
no arguing.
standard scoring league. Pick 1. Wide receiver, Brandon Cooks or Michael Pittman Jr. Thanks for all you do. I don't love Michael Pittman Jr.'s floor this week, so I had him listed as a sit, but I have him ranked higher than Brandon Cooks in my rankings due to potential ceiling. I'll still go Michael Pittman here.
It worries me a little bit too because both of these games we're talking about have a chance of rain, right? So for Brandon Cooks, they have a 75% chance of rain in Tennessee for that matchup between Houston and Tennessee, and then Indianapolis and Buffalo playing in Buffalo with a 50% chance of rain. So I have to agree. I think Michael Pittman is somebody who could benefit a little bit more from the shorter passing game, and we're not going to be so reliant on the big play from Brandon Cooks. Plus, when they get in the red zone, Michael Pittman's a big body receiver that can haul one in from close and hopefully give you that safe floor.
Steve Sparks wants to know, long-term, is Damian Harris better than Elijah Mitchell? I would say as of right now, yes.
Yes.
As of the moment in time that we are currently sitting here discussing fantasy football, I would agree that Damian Harris is a better long-term rest of season option than Elijah Mitchell, running back for the San Francisco 49ers for the 2021 NFL season, week 11 through week 18.
Yes. I would agree with that as of right this second. I mean, look at what they just did on Thursday. The numbers weren't great, right? But their yards per carry were great. They're going to run the ball. It's a run-first offense in New England. So, yeah, I have to agree it's Damian Harris.
Wes. What up, Wes?
What up,
Tony. Wes? J.D. McKissick. Don Jones.
Don Jones sounds like somebody from like Miami Vice or something. What?
Yeah.
Don
it says
Jones?
Tony dot period J.D. Miss period Don Jones. Who would Don Jones
Chad,
be?
who is Don Jones? He sounds super cool. He sounds like he plays with his chest hair hanging out, but I don't know.
Is it a super flex league and he means Daniel Jones?
No, it can't be. Oh, fill in the blank says Donovan Peoples-Jones. That would make sense.
Oh, DPJ.
Fill in the blank. Phil is a member of the channel. He's been around for a long time. Phil, attaboy. Good looking out, Phil.
Attababy. Look at everybody saying DPG right now.
Maybe it's just us stupid. I'm like, Don Jones? Who the hell is Don Jones?
All right, so Tony, J.D. McKissick, or DPJ. Tony's probably going to be safer.
Yep, I'm going with Tony this week. Tony not coming in off of an injury report. He's actually healthy, which is great. In a matchup going against Tampa Bay, which is a lot easier to throw on, I'm going Tony this week.
Dirtbag forever. JD or Jeff Wilson, Gibson, McKissick, or Dearness Johnson. Well, Nicholas Chubb is back, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so no Dearness Johnson.
No
McKissick because
yeah.
So then it comes down to Gibson or Jeff Wilson. I'll roll with Jeff Wilson for a little upside this week.
I think he's still slightly safer since he's not going to have to split too much.
Yeah, he says he's missing Kamara, Kupp, Hollywood Brown, and probably Murray this week. So he needs upside. I go Jeff Wilson.
Yep, I agree.
Mikey Daniels with a 5-bomb. Good evening. Need some advice. Starting Justin Jefferson, Higgins, Cook, Wilson, Gaskin. Got Waddle, Bateman, Madison on the bench. Any changes? Let's go. I mean, I don't know who your flex would be.
I'm guessing it's Gaskin.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. If it is, do we play Bateman over Gaskin?
Does it say if it's PPR or not? It does not. I think if it's a PPR scoring, I'd probably go with Bateman over Gaskin. Anything else, then I don't mind Gaskin, but I think Bateman's ceiling is going to be a little bit higher.
Liam Hess. Ingram at Philly or Montgomery versus the Ravens in a full PPR. No Kamara. I'll take some Ingram against Philadelphia.
Yep, I agree. I think, Tony Jones Jr. going to be out there, but it's going to be Mark Ingram.
Tony Jones Jr. or Don Jones?
I mean, at this point, let's call everybody else Don Jones because Don Jones literally has chest hair and gold chains out there on the field when he plays.
He feels like He feels like one of the bad guys in Grand Theft Auto Vice City that you have to defeat to win the video game.
He's like one of the bosses, Don Jones. You got to defeat Don Jones.
One of the bosses that you have to beat. That's
like
what it sounds
lord.
like to me.
Yeah.
D. Ross, QB question, play Kyler, Cam, or Tua at quarterback? Well, if Kyler plays, I'll go with Kyler. If he doesn't play, I've got Tua higher than Cam still.
The problem is, with Kyler being a game time decision in an afternoon game, I don't know if you're going to have the luxury of knowing in time for that.
That's right.
It all depends how early they announce Kyler. If the 1 o'clock games or wherever it is where you live, that's 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If they're about to kick off and you haven't heard about Kyler and you have to choose between another one, I have Tua a couple spots ahead of Cam if you don't want to take the risk.
Danny Martinez in a half PPR, Burrow or Cousins? I'm not sitting Joey B.
I'm not either.
Nope.
No,
and do I start Emmanuel Sanders or pick up Tony or Traquan Smith? I would start Tony over Emmanuel Sanders.
Yep, I agree. Tony's be the guy that I go with there.
Reese Calderon with a 5 bomb and a full PPR. Need 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and a flex.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And a partridge in a pear tree. It's almost
the holiday season, Kyle.
It's almost time.
I know. Hope you're buying me a good present.
I saw mommy kissing Sam. Okay. Tua or Cam? I've got Tua higher than Cam.
Yep.
Eckler, Dillon, Ingram, CEH. We got to pick 2. I'm picking Eckler and Dillon here.
Yep. Agreed.
And I can tell you, I'm almost probably going to pick Ingram as the flex, but let's wait and see.
Right.
2 wide receivers, Evans, Bateman, Mike Williams, Higgins, and Gallup. I've got Evans.
Yep.
If you want to be safer, for me, it's Bateman over Mike Williams. If not, if you want to try and chase some upside and hopefully he gets back, it's Mike Williams over Bateman. I probably just lean Bateman this week.
I do too. I think I go Evans and Bateman as my 2 wide receivers in this case.
And then Ertz or Conklin. I've got Ertz higher this week.
Yes. I mean, for me, that really depends on Kyler's availability, but yes. What, you all right over there?
Yeah. Ryan Vogel, we're a little bit behind on super chats right now, so it's going to be a few minutes, but oh my God, Ryan
with a 50 bomb in the chat.
Ryan dropping a 50 bomb in the chat. Everyone throw a little hashtag Ryan in the chat for us.
Appreciate you, my friend.
We'll get to you in just a minute when we get caught up here. And then for the tight end, I've got Ertz over Conklin. For the flex, I got Ingram.
Yep, I like that. I think Ingram provides a safety at the flex.
JC Vader, good evening, guys. And a 0.5 PPR, Pollard, Collins, or Sanders. I'll go Collins here.
God.
Don't love it, but he's the starting running back on his team. Sanders, we're not 100% sure what we're going to see out of him this week.
It is disgusting.
Pollard, like you said earlier, Zeke's still getting a whole lot of love.
I don't trust Nick Sirianni in Philadelphia with Miles Sanders at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a difficult matchup for them going up against New Orleans. Collins got the difficult matchup against Arizona too. I mean, honestly, it's a serious gamble. I understand what you're saying, but I probably at this point just roll the dice and hope that Pollard finds the end zone or a big play and go with that, because I don't think that we see the big plays from Collins or Sanders.
Now we've got over 800 people in here now, and we're going to get back to the super chats and the chat in just a moment. We're probably about 10, maybe 15 minutes behind on super chats right now. So if you've sent a super chat, we will get to it, but we're splitting time back and forth. But the best way for us to answer as many questions as possible is for y'all to hit the like button, because if we get 600 likes, Jake, what do you think?
Yep, I'll throw that helmet on and I'll do it till I borderline pass out this week, Kyle.
600 likes, and Jake's going to let it flow until he almost passes out, and then I have to handle the rest of the stream by myself.
Basically.
So look at that how you will. That might be a negative for you if you don't like me. It might be a positive if you do like me. It might be a negative if you want to make sure. Jake, is there someone around your house right now to revive you if they need to?
Yeah, my son's in the other room.
Okay, so he'll be there. He'll be there to help out if
he will have no idea what to do.
So we need 600 likes to let it flow. And also, just to tease all of you a little bit, I'm going to be giving away 2 $100 gift cards to Best Buy on the gaming stream after this. So make sure you stick around to find out how to get in on that. Bradley Davis needs to know in a half PPR, are we flexing Ayuk, Mooney, or Gronk this week? I've got Ayuk higher.
I think this is the week that I have to transition over to Ayuk as well.
Eric Clues. What up, Eric? In a flex 3. We need to flex 3. James Robinson, Michael Carter, Mark Ingram, Rashad Bateman, Jeff Wilson, T. Higgins, Jamal Agnew, or Renfro.
Wow.
It is Mark Ingram. It is Jeff Wilson. It is James Robinson for me.
Okay, I agree with you on the Wilson and the Ingram. And I think that those two have such safe floors that I'm willing to gamble a little bit more for the higher upside somewhere else, because I just don't know if Jacksonville gets a lot of scoring opportunities against San Francisco. So that's where I would gamble and go with Bateman as my third guy, and hopefully that he can do work.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to start Rashad Bateman this week, don't ask Jake a question with his name in it.
I have a problem. Like, literally, I'm glad this camera's not panned down any further. We would have some issues.
Don't tip the desk over, Jake.
Nope.
Robert with the 2-bomb. 10-team PPR flex. McLaurin or Adrian Peterson? Robert, it's McLaurin.
100%. Adrian Peterson, and that I don't care if Adrian Peterson goes out there and scores 30 this week. It's still going to be a fluke. The backfield is horrendous, and even without Jerry McNichols, it's gross.
Brendan Bond, Darrell Williams, McKissick, Pollard, or Moss in a full PPR. Starting Dylan already. Hunt and Jones are out. Sounds like CEH may start according to Yahoo. I don't know if I'm really buying that at this point. If you want to just play it safe, though, and you don't want to deal with it, start Pollard, and hopefully he just gets enough work. If you're looking for the upside, though, I'm going Darrell Williams and hoping we get into the end zone, baby.
And here's the thing. Don't forget. Don't get so consumed in your medulla oblongata that that's a big word, Kyle. I learned it from Waterboy. I watched it not that long ago. Anyway, just because a player starts, that doesn't mean jack crap. If they can go out there, they can start, they can play 1 series, 3 snaps, and you don't see him again for a quarter and a half. Just because somebody starts doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get the bulk of the volume each and every week. And especially in a case like this guy with a guy coming off of injury where he's missed a few weeks, they want him healthy down the stretch, and they have a capable backup that's been producing for weeks. So don't get caught up too much in that.
Hold on, I just saw a question came by that I wanted to answer real quick.
Okay.
Oh, Ramingo wants to know, would you trade Tom Brady for AJ Brown? Yeah, if it's a 1 QB league, 115,000%, you're smashing the accept button on that. You're not looking back. You're plugging AJ Brown into the lineup and you're winning more games.
Yeah, and if it's a 2 quarterback league, that's a little bit different. But as long as, like Kyle says, as long as it's a single quarterback, you can find somebody else.
Fire 3. Sanders, Mooney, Tony Moore, pick 2 in a PPR. If that's DJ Moore, it's Tony and Moore for me.
I agree, but I have a feeling that's Elijah Moore. I'm thinking just, and I'm only basing
if it's
that
Elijah Moore, I'm going Tony and Sanders and keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly. It all depends. If that is DJ Moore, I agree, but if it's Elijah Moore, then I'm going the other direction.
Michael Satterfield, I'm 5-5. I'm number 8 in a 12-man league, tied for the last spot in a full PPR league. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all you need. You just got to get in, baby. Do I start Lamar or Burrow? I'm up 30 due to New England. I mean, I think Lamar is going to, I don't think there's anything pointing towards Lamar not playing. I think he's just basically,
he's got a cold.
He hasn't been feeling well. So they were like, caution, send him home, get him out of here just in case. It doesn't sound like COVID. It doesn't sound like he's going to miss the game. Just sounds like he was under the weather. Unless something comes out between now and tomorrow morning, I'm still firing up Lamar.
And I mean, luckily you have a decent second option there. If you don't even want to think about it, if you don't want to work, if you want to set your lineup right now, have a few drinks tonight and sleep in late tomorrow and not even think about your lineup, then go ahead and go in Joe Burrow. I mean, I don't hate Joe Burrow this week whatsoever. If you just want to, take it easy. I don't know what you're doing. I do know what you're doing over there, Kyle.
And Lamar plays at 1, Joe Burrow plays at 4. So if Lamar's out, you can easily slot. I was trying to make a motion like I was drinking, and it did not look like I was taking a drink. It definitely looked like something else.
Yeah.
Roderick Hughes, Gallup or Bateman at the flex? It's Bateman for me. I'm not even going to let Jake respond at this point because I already know. Yep. And then Beasley or Collins, if that's Alex Collins and it's a PPR league, I'm going to go with Beasley. Beasley facing a nickel corner this week that has allowed the most receptions and most receiving yards to any slot receiver this season. I'm going Beasley there.
Yep. Give me
Mikey Daniels. I'm not even letting Jake respond to that one either.
Perfect.
Mikey Daniels meant to add in a full PPR. Wait, there was another Mikey Daniels. Hold on. I need some. Okay, so it was a PPR. Mikey, that doesn't change my opinion on your question. Even with it being a full PPR league, same one for me. Same answers. The show with a 5 bomb is Robbie Anderson worth a pickup? 12-team PPR with Cam at QB. Looking long, not needed this week. I would grab him.
Depending on who you have to drop to get him. It all depends on what. Don't be dropping somebody who's producing right now for Robbie Anderson, but if you have somebody that's just sucking up the bottom of your bench, then by all means.
Can we get 600 likes, please? Because Jake wants to let it flow. He wants to pass out on stream tonight. Brandon Hendershot, would you sell Zeke before he faces the Saints, Washington football team, Giants, and Washington football team for the playoffs? Or am I overthinking this? I stacked him, Zeke, Dak, and CD. Team is 8-2. Just want to be ready for the playoffs to repeat. Washington's defense doesn't look nearly as good as it did last week. Chase Young being out for the rest of the season. Montez Sweat has been banged up. I'm keeping Zeke. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and I mean, you could try to, say, hey, he's available to see what offers you get, but there's going to be very few guys that have the safe floor and the high ceiling that you're going to get back in return for Zeke. So I'm probably keeping him as well.
Sean Gerber, full PPR flex Bateman or Devonta Foreman? It's Bateman again.
Yep.
Jake, don't talk. Danny Martinez and a half PPR start 3. Chubb, Darrell Williams, Adrian Peterson, Gibson, Gaskin, Chubb. I'm leaning Gibson and Gaskin here. Just with the Darrell Williams, CEH. I mean, with Gibson and Gaskin, I think we still kind of know what we're getting. For me, that's a little bit of the safer route. If you don't trust Gibson, you can lean Darrell Williams, but I don't know if I trust him any more than I trust Gibson.
Yeah, at this point, with this option being that I think Chubb is pretty safe going up against Detroit, you have the higher upside of Gibson there, and then you gamble a little bit with Gaskin in that difficult matchup, or that easy matchup that he's gotten.
Tyler T with the 5 bomb. Worried about Lamar, Browns or Miami?
I'm not worried about
special
Lamar.
Teams. I mean,
he's got a cold. Everything sounds like he's got a cold. He's got cold symptoms. I mean, he may be playing with tissues shoved up his nose or something, but I think he's going to play. I think he's going to produce. I'm not overly worried about Lamar Jackson now. Obviously, you want to make sure you have a backup option just in case something were to happen, but I'm not worried about it. As for the defense, Kyle, we got the Browns.
Cleveland. Come on.
Yeah, they're playing the Lions. They're playing
the sucky Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
The suck-ass Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they are bad. And you can say that because you are a Lions fan.
Because I'm a Lions fan. I'm allowed to talk crap about them.
That's right.
Bukowski!
Buck!
Becoming a member for the 3rd straight month. This is Go Time Nation. Feel the love. Reject the hate. That's my... feel the love. Reject the hate. Also, Kenyon Drake, DPG or Bateman in a full PPR league? Jake?
I'm here.
Bateman.
Yeah.
Daniel,
PPR,
PPR, trade my Mixon and Hollywood for Chubb and Deontay Johnson. Oh, now you're pulling at the strings.
I mean, we like both, Kyle. We like both.
Hollywood has more upside for me than Deontay Johnson does.
Yep.
Kind of. Hollywood also obviously missing this week. Mixon's been healthy all season. Chubb has missed a couple of games, but like I reminded people this past week, one of the games that Chubb has missed was COVID related.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really counting that as an injury.
Yeah.
For me, the safest option here is Chubb and Deontay Johnson.
I think it's a good mixture of a safe floor and still having that weekly high ceiling every single week.
Yep. Our favorite running backs have to reside in Ohio. Why can't they reside anywhere else?
Should we move to Ohio? No,
Whoa.
we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
Whoa.
It was just like a sorry.
No.
I had one of those like blackout Will Ferrell moments
I'm
from
gonna
old
need
school.
you to just sit in the corner and think about what you just said.
I would never.
I'll root for some Ohio teams from here. I'm not going and living there. Brad Bordelon, what's up, Jake and Kyle? What's going on?
What up, Brad?
I was gonna ask a start sit question, but have Kamara, Coop, Brown, CEH, Cordarrelle, Patterson,
second string team the world. Get it, Brad?
Crap, Brad. Yuck.
If Brad didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck.
Man. Dustin Scales, Jake back this week. The spicy 10 bomb from Dustin. Appreciate you. Let's go, baby. Hope everything is good. And a half PPR. Pick one running back. Gaskin, Freeman, Ingram. I'm going Ingram there.
Agreed.
Flex. Pick one. Corey Davis, DPJ, Gaskin, or Freeman. I'm going to go Gaskin there.
Probably. The other ones are so boom or bust. I think Gaskin's probably still the better option.
Wes, Jacobs, or Bateman?
Do I get to talk?
You can.
Okay. I mean, in this case, I'm probably still leaning Josh Jacobs, even though I love me some Rashad Bateman. I'll go with Josh Jacobs because I think he sees the volume. And if I'm going to flex somebody's typically a running back.
All right. Mark Hall, pick two. Swift, Allen, or Gallup? Swift and Allen for me there.
Yep. Agreed.
Christian Breed becoming a member here on the channel for the seventh straight
7
month.
months.
Christian, appreciate you.
Yeah, the Chubb Club.
Need to pick between Gaskin, Saquon, and McLaurin.
Easy for you to say.
For a running back and a flex. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all your content and insight. Christian, appreciate you. I'm going McLaurin and Saquon here.
Saquon is a definite risk, right? I mean, because we saw them at the beginning of the season kind of, bring him along slowly. They could do the same thing. It's a Monday night game. There's a little bit more risk there. If you are very risk adverse and you don't want to stress about it, I don't mind going McLaurin, but I don't love that situation because he's going to have to worry about Stephon Gilmore. So personally, I'm probably just rolling Gaskin and Saquon and just cross my fingers.
The reason McLaurin, his upside for me just continues to be there, especially as the defense gets worse, potential for more shootouts, more throwing the ball. Gaskin doesn't have enough upside. Like if it was Ingram or Saquon, I would probably lean Ingram at this point and just say, let's go with Ingram, no Kamara. But it's Gaskin who's been whoa a lot this season. So it's not like anything that's really happened that's made me go super crazy over it.
That's right.
The box 0-2. Deontay Johnson, Devontae Smith, Donta Foreman, Renfro, and a PPR one wide receiver and one flex. I'm going Deontay and Renfro here.
I agree with you.
Pucks 2 times. Landry, Ayuk, and D'Ernest. PPR pick one. I'd like to say Jarvis Landry here. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I would like to say Jarvis Landry.
I would like to say that too, but honestly, I think I'm leaning a little bit closer to Ayuk at this point.
Ayuk. So split decision there, Pucks. I'm going Ayuk. I've got Landry. Jake's got Ayuk. Mac with the 5 bomb. Most points. Half PPR, 12 teams. He has Hurts, Zeke, Melvin Gordon, Godwin and Evans, Hopkins, Andrews, Waddle, OBJ. Wow. He wants to know, does he trade Evans, Melvin, and OBJ for Diggs, or Melvin and OBJ for Dylan? What do I do? I'm not trading for Dylan unless I own Aaron Jones.
Right. Because
you're only going to get
2-3
3, maybe 4 weeks of running back one production out of Dylan before he's gone. Evans, Melvin, and OBJ for Diggs is not too bad for me, other than the fact that Melvin Gordon is your RB2. So you would have to get an RB in return to make that work. So for me, Mac, I'm saying no to all of these. If you can somehow finagle getting Melvin Gordon out of that and sending Evans and OBJ for Diggs, then I do that. Or if you can get another running back in return for Melvin, then I do that.
Yeah, otherwise, but as you have them listed right now, I'm not interested.
Adrian S. Choose 2. David Montgomery, Mark Higgins, or T. Higgins in a PPR. one of these instances where I'm going to lean the running backs again, Montgomery and Ingram for me.
Yep, I agree. David Montgomery, Mark Ingram. DG Bombs Away 04 is up here, and he says full PPR pick 2. Got DJ Moore and Bateman, Jeff Wilson, Devontae Smith. Fingers crossed J-Rob plays. I have Elijah Mitchell. Hope he doesn't play. So he doesn't want Elijah Mitchell to play because he's got Jeff Wilson. And based off of what you have here in a full PPR, I think the safest options you have is probably Moore and Jeff Wilson Jr. The other guys, Bateman and Devontae Smith, probably a little bit more boom or bust.
Yep. No, I'm going with that as well. Joe Lopez, we're going through super chats as fast as we can. We're probably 10 or so minutes behind right now. Let's get to 600 likes and let it flow. If we get to 600 likes and let it flow, we're going to get through even more questions. But you all got to hit that like button for us. It's free. It's easy to do. It's super simple. And we'll get through all of them. We're probably about 10, 15 minutes behind still on super chat. So stick with us.
We're not taking any breaks.
Be answered.
There's no
Mac
breaks.
Attack. What?
I said we're not taking breaks over here. We're going nonstop.
Jake, you want to take a quick break?
All right, Kyle.
What would the people do if we just got up and walked away?
We'll be back. They'd probably come back to one
and
viewer.
We've got over 900 people in here. 900 people in here, and we can't hit 600 likes. Don't make me get my disappointed voice out with you, Headliner Nation. I will do it.
Dad Kyle is coming.
Mac Attack. I will put the freaking robe on, too.
Oh, God.
Mac Attack. PPR. Pick one for the flex. Gaskin, Collins, or Jeff Wilson. Going Jay Wills here.
It's not Gaskin, it's Gesicki, but yes, I'm still going with Jeff Wilson. It's okay.
Well, that's even more locked in, Jeff
Wilson.
Yeah,
it's even more so Jeff Wilson.
Coffee Fresh wants to know, trade away Kittle and Najee for CMC. No. Nope.
No, not a chance. I love me some Najee here, end of season.
Yep. Mark Gorton Jr. I need help. Play Cam or Tua at 1 p.m. or risk playing Kyler Murray at 4:30, and if he doesn't play, I'd have to start Daniel Jones. I'm okay risking it, to be honest with you. I mean, the difference between Tua and Daniel Jones isn't that much that I'm willing to sit back and not see what happens. However, if you're like, F that, I really don't want to start Daniel Jones, then just start Tua.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to Cam and Tua, and if you wanted to, play it a little bit safer, go on Daniel Jones just in case there. If you want to throw, Kyler, I don't hate it whatsoever. Me personally, I don't know if Kyler plays because, I mean, they're still going to be in first place in the division. He doesn't have DeAndre Hopkins. They want to make sure they have him end of season. There's just a lot of ifs around Kyler Murray. So personally, I think Cam and 2 is probably still safer.
Jennifer Larson, you're not the only female in the chat. There's no way. We got tons of females that comment on 100%. Our videos every single week. And one of our mods, Anna, is a female. So right. You're not the only one. Don't worry. There's lots of women that hang out with us.
That's right.
We are an all-inclusive.
And all of them are voluntary, Kyle.
What?
They all hang out with us voluntarily.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's because we're decent people.
Yeah. We're not a bunch of weird creepos.
It depends, I guess.
You can, yeah.
Swag, we're not talking. No, you're a fucking creep. No, freaking creep.
Oh, there we go. Somebody get the beat button out.
Dang it. I have been doing so good.
Where's the jar at? Who's holding the jar? Anna,
that's like
Anna,
a 10
you got the jar
spot in the jar.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, 600 likes, people. Let's go. We only need 49 more. Geo4239. Love the content always. Do I start Aaron Rodgers or Joey Burrow?
I have Rodgers one spot higher. I personally, I think that they're both good plays, though. But as of right now, I have Rodgers one spot.
People are laughing about my outburst, and Anna says I'm only here semi-voluntarily.
Oh, she can leave if she wants. We don't want her to, though.
Oh man, Johnny Galvin, Jeff Wilson, Ingram, Barkley. I need two. It's Ingram and Barkley for me. But if you want to be safe, if you don't even want to risk it, if you don't care about the upside, if you just want points, Jeff Wilson and Ingram.
Yeah, I probably, as of this point, unless you have another option in Monday Night Football that you could use in that spot just in case, if you have that other option, then I will go. Let me see where I have Ingram at. Let me look at my list here. I would probably go Wilson and Barkley, and if you have another option, if you don't, then I go Wilson Ingram.
Ladies and gentlemen, we only need 39 more likes. I'm going to give you literally 2 minutes to get 39 more likes, or I'm going to give you the dad talk, and I don't want to do it. Corvette Foster 40. Hey guys, no, I want to start letting it flow at exactly 9:50. We better get there, ladies and gentlemen. I won't ask again.
Whoa.
I'm not asking you at this point. I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
Hey guys, from Corvette Foster 40.
Hey, Corvette.
No Kamara or Patterson in a full PPR need 2 running backs. Collins, D'Ernest, Darrell Williams. I'm going Collins and Darrell Williams here.
Probably, but I don't love it. I don't love it at all, but that's probably what I would choose.
Yeah. I don't love it either.
That's right.
Freddie Garcia, 8-2. I have Kittle, was offered Henry for Gesicki and Foreman. I mean, I'm okay with it. You're probably not going to get a chance to use them, but with you being 8-2, you probably already have a super solid team. If Henry gets back for maybe championship week, you could use them. I'm assuming you're not playing Gesicki and Foreman.
Right.
I would go ahead and do it. F it.
Yep. Oh, now you censor yourself. I see how it is.
Yep. We're at 600 likes, Jake. I want you to go ahead and get that helmet ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going to happen here, okay? We're going to let it flow, all right? And what that means is that we are going to answer as many of your fantasy football questions as possible in the next several minutes. Now, I will tell you, we're still probably at this point now 15 minutes behind on Super Chats. Okay. We have a lot of them waiting right now. A lot. And we're going to get through a lot of them here in just a moment. Couple of things just want to throw out real quick while Jake's strapping on the helmet. Number one, if you want to become a member here and get access to a super secret live show tomorrow morning with myself, hit the join button down below, become a member. It's only $4.99 a month. Okay. One less trip to Starbucks, one less time through the drive-through, extra content throughout the week. I just dropped a members only video today on some things you can do. I'm going to drop a members only trade targets video as well on Monday. So you're going to want access to that. Woo! Also, Jake, I forgot to tell you, I may or may not have promised the members 2 giveaways a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot to talk to you about it.
Yay.
How about this, ladies and gentlemen? If we can get to 650 total members tonight, we're at 619 right now. If we can get to 650 total members, now let's do this. If we can get to 650 total members by the end of the stream tomorrow, Jake's going to let me do 2 giveaways.
Deal.
650 total members. 2 giveaways tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, also just a quick reminder too, after this, we're going to go over to Headliner Gaming. I'm giving away 2 $100 gift cards to Best Buy. You'll get some more information on that in a little bit. Don't go anywhere though. I'll put a comment and pin how you can get to Headliner Gaming after this. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the greatest segment in the fantasy football industry today. When one of the smartest, brightest, most energized minds and baldest heads of any analyst out there is going to give you the answers you need to get a win in week 11 here for fantasy football. So I need you all to get fired up. If you're currently a member of the channel, I need you to drop some let it flow emojis. I need you to start getting your questions in the chat. I can see. Because it is time to let it flow. 3, 2, 1, let it flow.
JXFN says Bateman or Scary Terry. I'm all in on Master Bateman here this week. Bateman season. Twerk Taco says there's a couple fire emojis. Absolutely start with confidence. We have Gaskin or Devontae Smith in the 10-team PPR for our boy OEG official. Honestly, I'm probably still leaning Gaskin because I'm a little bit of risk adverse and don't want to just automatically trust Devontae Smith to have big games every single week. Kevin Stone says, just get on with it. Kevin, you can either sit back, have fun, and enjoy yourself, or GTFOH, my friend. We have Ali Mohammed, 5-5 because I suck at choosing which one to start. I got a good question here. Perfect. We love good questions, Ali. Full PPR, pick 3. Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, and Jamar Chase. Holy embarrassment of riches, Ali. How do you have so many stud wide receivers. If I had to choose 3, it's going to be Stephon Diggs. It's going to be Keenan Allen, and it's going to be Jamar Chase, and I only say that because Tennessee has a 75% chance of rain, and I'm a little bit worried that they rely a little bit more on the running game, but I hate to sit any of those guys. You are absolutely stacked, my friend. We have Sean Smallwood. Ouch, sorry about that, Sean. We have Bateman or Emmanuel Sanders. I'm going with Bateman. Epps, 1123, Rashad Bateman, Waddle, or Devontae Smith. If I can only choose one, you better believe it's still Rashad Bateman. Carlos Alvarez, Knox, or Pat Fryer-Muth. I'm probably going to lean the way of the Muth. The Muth could be Luth here this week. That's going to be my choice. Eckler or Ingram for Ray Lopez. It's going to be Eckler. Juan Mora, TJ Hawkinson, or Goddard. I'm still going the way of Hawkinson, and hopefully he can bounce back here this week. Cam Newton or Joey Burrow for Steve Sparks. As of right now, I have Burrow at 9 and Cam at 14, so I got Burrow slightly higher, but I do like the potential upside of Cam. It's just more of a gamble. Aubrey, half PPR, need a wide receiver, Thielen or DJ Moore. If you just want to play it safe, Aubrey, and you don't want to gamble, it's Adam Thielen because he's so involved around the red zone. If you want to gamble for the higher upside this week, that's where you go DJ Moore. Gunnar Gibson, full PPR, pick 1 between the Muth, CEH, AP, Collins, Jamal Agnew, Tyler Boyd, or Naheem Hines. Man, they are all boom or bust. I'm going to lean the way of Tyler Boyd and cross my fingers. Wow, the chat is rolling. Fant right now is saying let it flow with an emoji of some dude dabbing over here. I don't know what's going on. We got Collins or Devontae Smith. That's where I'll go, Devontae Smith. Emmitt Smith or Troy Aikman. Jennifer Larson still playing football here in 1998, apparently. If I had to pick one, it's going to be Emmitt Smith because at one point he played for the Arizona Cardinals, which is my favorite team, so therefore I will pick him. We have Drew the Foo. What up, Drew? He's a member out there. Says half PPR flex, Jeff Wilson Jr., Corey Davis, Alex Collins, or Mooney. I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson Jr. if I can only select one there. Brad Bordelon has Herbert or Aaron Rodgers. Opponent has Keenan Allen and Eckler. Right now, I have Herbie at 10 and Rodgers at 8. However, if you want to play it a little bit safer, you could go with Justin Herbert. Then you kind of cancel out the points that are scored by Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler to some degree. So that may be a slightly safer option for you if that's what you want to go with. The Q, open another box. He's probably mentioning the stack of boxes I have over here from Pristine Auction that will get us through the next few weeks. But make sure you head over there and sign up for a free account and use the code word headliners so they keep sending us boxes of things to give away. We have Russ or Herbie. This week I have Herbert 1 spot higher than Russ. James Smith, quarterback 2, Rusty Wilson or Stream Cam. Thanks. Right now, I have Wilson, like I said, at 11. Cam is at 14. So I am going to go with Russell Wilson. Think he bounces back here after that injury this week. We have Yakmeister, 305, Jeff Wilson Jr. or Bateman. I think Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to still be the safer option there, even though it's PPR. Trying to ignore Kyle's calf raises out of the corner of my eye. I don't want it to throw off my mojo here. A lot of people throwing out some calf cams, though. We got Rodgers or Herbert. Talked about those ones already. A lot of Herbie questions. Mark McDonald says, farting into the mic? No, we hope not. We have T Swifty 24. Lockett or Gallup, flex full PPR. They're both going to be somewhat boom or bust. I'm going to go with Lockett this week and keep my fingers crossed. Ruben Fernandez, he sent a bunch of fire emojis. Need the best flex options in a full PPR. Mike Williams, DJ Moore, or Michael Carter. So I can only choose 1 or 2 of them. I don't know how many, so I will rank them for you. How about that? I will go DJ Moore, Michael Carter, Mike Williams. I don't know how many you need. For your second league, Darrell Williams or Kenyon Drake. I'm still going to go with Darrell Williams. They're slightly safer. Brock Cummings, Gronk or Waller. I love the return of Gronk. How much do we see of Gronk here this week on Monday Night Football? Primetime Gronk could be somebody who produces, but I still think that Darren Waller is going to be slightly safer this week for the show. He's just out there laughing. We got laughing emojis everywhere. I don't know if he's laughing at something I said or your calves. Either way, it's funny. Ingram or Gibson for film culture, it's going to be Ingram. Tua or Cousins for Curtis Prince, it's going to be Tua. CEH or Darrell Williams for Monkey Jr., it's going to be Darrell Williams still just this week. Swift or Fournette, I liked both of them. Who said that? Bertha, I like both of those guys, but I'm going to go this week with DeAndre Swift, but it's actually pretty close. I have both those guys in my top 12. We have Steve Sparks saying, you guys rock. We appreciate you, Steve. Pick 3. This is for I Am Chavez, Mike Williams, Bateman, Lockett, Thielen, Gallup, and a PPR. I can pick 3 of them. All right, my 3 are going to be Adam Thielen. I'm going to go, No, I'm not. I can't do it. I'm going to go Thielen, Lockett, and Mike Williams. I want to go with Bateman, but I think he's a little bit too risky, and you already have some risk baked in there with Tyler Lockett and Mike Williams, so we'll play it a little bit safer there. When will the signed Dr. Ethan Turner bag be given away, and when will Tater get an emoji? Tater's emoji will happen. The Doc's going to get an emoji as well. I don't know what bag we're going to give away for the Doc. I know we're giving away a Manscaped Perfect Package 4.0. We're giving that away from the injury video if you haven't checked that out yet. But yeah, that's coming up here soon. And then the emojis, we'll get on that. Hey, nothing wrong about living in Ohio. Absolutely not, Pedro. It's just not a place where we're going to live right now. We like where we are for the most part. Gronk or Goddard? Fanta CO2. Honestly, I kind of want to go Gronk in that case. The Doc loser bag, Bertha. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about the one that's on his head. That may be an option as well. I mean, he wants to like have a whole line of paper bags. I don't know. I think it's kind of odd, but if people are going to buy them, then maybe we could make them. As for the Gronk or Goddard question for Fanta, honestly, that's probably where I gamble right there, and I go with Gronk and just keep my fingers crossed. Fill in the blank says green pea salad or potato salad. It's got to be 100% potato salad. What is green pea salad? I've never even heard of green pea salad, but it doesn't sound good. Not on Thanksgiving, is it? Have you had it, Kyle? Okay, anyway.
I'm not judging right now, though, because I've never tried it.
I'm slightly judging, but not by much. Ingram or Gibson for film culture? It's going to be Ingram for me this week. Newton or Wentz in a full PPR? Well, unless they're catching passes, I don't care if it's a PPR or not. So if we're looking at Cam or Wentz, I actually have Cam a couple spots higher this week. Do I start Terry McLaurin, Mike Williams, or Michael Gallup for Wahab Ali? I'm going to go with Mike Williams out of that group and just hope that he can get back on track this week. Mark Ingram or Antonio Gibson? Once again, it's still Mark Ingram. Trade Hurts for Burrow, 6-point touchdowns, -2 for interceptions. If you can get Joe Burrow in a 6-point touchdown passing league, I would probably do that because we know that Jalen Hurts is more reliant on his feet than he is his arms. The Koofman, I need a Dr. Dan emoji like yesterday. Who's Dr. Dan?
You missed it last week.
Oh, I don't know anything about Dr. Dan.
Somebody called Ethan Dan.
Why is he called Dan? He doesn't look like a Dan.
He said that the dude that did it said that he... I don't know.
Okay, anyway, that's for another place, another time. The show just said Jeff Wilson, period. Like, there's nothing else there.
Yes.
Devin Chakowski says Kristen Bell or Kristen Stewart. Kristen Bell's the one that sings in Frozen, right? I believe so. That's who we're going with, Kristen Bell. I don't really... Oh, yeah, never should have said that. Jacobs or Ingram for David Dilly out there, David. He said, I'm going with Ingram. Claypool or Wilson? I don't know which Wilson are we talking about. Albert Wilson? If it's Albert Wilson, it's going to be Claypool for me because he's off the injury report finally, for the love of all things holy. Bateman, Claypool, or the Muth in a full PPR for our boy Wendy's McNuggets out there. That's where I'm gonna go Bateman, going with the Master Bateman right there this week. Will you guys ever consider to do IDP players? Robert Christensen. Well, in our draft guide, we actually do IDP rankings, but as of throughout the entire season, it's nothing that we've done in the past because people don't watch it for the most part. It's a very niche, aspect of the game, and it doesn't really get great responses from the masses, if I'm being honest.
Niche.
Is that what I said?
You said niche.
Oh, whatever, you know what I mean. Dude, I've been talking for like 3 minutes straight and my mouth is dry. Just give me a break. Moore or Bateman? I like more Bateman personally, but I don't know if that's DJ Moore or God, I hate you. Or Rashad Bateman. If it's DJ Moore, I'm going DJ Moore. If it's Elijah Moore, then I'm going Bateman for you out there. Foreman or Freeman, it'll be Freeman. I do not like the backfield there at all. We have Jeff Wilson with a fire emoji. Absolutely. Robert Christensen just says, K, thanks. You're welcome. Flex option, Deontay Johnson or Jeff Wilson Jr. in a full PPR for Ben Venata. Ben Venata is what I'm going to go with for the flex option there. I'm going to still go with Jeff Wilson Jr. because I want those touches. Sanders or Galladay? Oh, I'm guessing that's Emmanuel Sanders. I'm going to go with Galladay this week since he's finally somewhat active and he's going against Tampa Bay, which could be a shootout against a below average secondary. North or South Carolina? 100% North Carolina. That's where I'm at right now. Saquon or Jeff Wilson? I think Jeff Wilson is safer, but as of right this second, I do have Saquon 2 spots higher. So it's just one of those things where if you want to take a risk or not.
Trey Hatton, your super chat's coming up here in just a minute.
Yep. We have Adam Thielen or Jeff Wilson Jr. from Nathan Blake. I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson. I think he's still safer. All right, Kyle, go ahead.
All right, real quick before I start letting it flow as well, just to give everybody a heads up, I pinned a comment in the chat for Headliner Gaming. Going to be doing a giveaway tonight. The after party going over to Headliner Gaming. Going to keep answering some questions over there later on after we get done here. Going to give away 2 $100 Best Buy gift cards. So make sure you subscribe to Headliner Gaming and come hang out with me in a little bit for your chance to win. Now I'm going to let it flow through the super chats. Easy Eddie 32. 12-team PPR 7-3 roster. Thoughts: Lamar and Fields, Cook, Henderson, Carter, Pollard, Matterson, Dearness, Chase, Hollywood, Bateman, Mooney, Tony, Ridley, Waller. Definitely a team that has some big time upside on it, but your depth scares me a little bit because you've basically got like Lamar, Hollywood, and Bateman all stacked on top of each other. Kind of after that, with like Cook and Henderson, it gets so you definitely can make a run. I like it. I worry about the depth and the safety after your stars, though. Rhino 21, Muth, Knox, Arnold, rest of season. If I had to go with one the rest of the season, or if I had to rank them in order, I would do Knox, Muth, and Arnold. And this week, Bateman, Higgins, Evans. I've got Evans, Bateman, Higgins in that order. JL Green with the 5-bomb. Help guys in a full PPR. Wide receiver Blues. Do I bench Mike Williams for Rashad Bateman since Hollywood is injured? Rashad Bateman is probably safer than Mike Williams. Mike Williams still has more upside for me, but I am okay with you making that switch given that there's no Hollywood this week. Trojan 3659 with a 2-bomb and a full PPR. RB2 slot. Ingram, Darrell Williams, or Jeff Wilson Jr. I'm going to put in Mark Ingram there, and then Jeff Wilson would be after that if you need like a flex. Dan Marino. I have Travis Kelce and Dawson Knox. Dan Arnold and Dallas Goedert for some reason are on waivers. Should I take one of them for Kelce's bye week? Nope, I would roll with Dawson Knox. Use him during Kelce's bye week. Joe Lopez. Hey, Jake and Kyle. Hope you all are having a great night. I am, because I'm here with you all. I need 1 running back 2 and 1 wide receiver 2 and 1 flex. Robinson, Drake, Wilson, CEH, Deontay Higgins, Claypool. Thanks. Me here, if you want to be super safe with it, because James Robinson has been a little bit banged up. It is a sucky team. Roll with Jeff Wilson Jr. here. If you need more upside for that spot, I would probably still go with Robinson over CEH then. And then for the wide receiver 2 slot, I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson. Oh, and you need a flex. Then my flex is going to be Wilson or Robinson. So I'm going Robinson, Wilson, and Deontay Johnson. Wes, Jacobs, Bateman, Wilson, Gaskin, pick 2. I'm going to go with Wilson and Bateman there. Ryan Vogo with the 20 bomb. Ryan, appreciate you. 12-team full PPR. Was able to put Cordero Patterson on the IR and grab Goddard on Thursday. Who do I drop to bring Patterson back next week? Chubb, Monty, Gibson, AP, Gesicki, Pittman, Bateman, Patrick, Gage, and Cooper. It's Gage for me. Trey Hatton with the 20 bomb. Best channel out there. Going to try and make these ham burgers.
Whoo! The chef hooked it up this week. That was amazing. He puts a slice of country ham on a hamburger, and it's like, it's so delicious.
I was expecting a joke though, so when he said it, I was like,
no, that it's probably just the ham.
I thought it was joke
burgers.
Time. Gino Memics. Hey guys, who to start at flex? Jeff Wilson, Ayuk, or Elijah Mitchell? It's Jeff Wilson for me. And what to do with Miles Sanders? You guys are the best. Love y'all. Gino, love you too. Forehead kisses. With Miles Sanders, I'm holding Miles Sanders right now. Pick him up. Hopefully they run the ball as much as they have been recently. Alamo with a 5-bomb and a full PPR. Need 1 tight end. Schultz or Uzama. I've got Schultz higher this week. Need 2 wide receivers. Anderson, Boyd, Mike Williams, Marvin Jones, or Kenny G. I've got Robbie Anderson and Mike Williams the highest there. Need 1 quarterback. We've got Cam Newton or Kyler Murray. Well, New England already played. So
that's a problem.
You're going, or New England. He's not with New England anymore. God.
Who are you talking about?
I have Cam Newton. Blood flow to the head is gone. That's my bad. I'm basically an idiot. So whatever. He's with he's not with New England anymore. He's with the Panthers now. The Panthers play at what time this week? They play at 1:00.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on it. Wait and see if you hear anything during the day. If it sounds like he's going to be a game time decision and not happen or not play, then just roll with Cam. Liam Hess, Montgomery versus the Ravens, or Ingram versus Philly for the RB2. I'm okay going Ingram here for a little bit more upside. Scratching my head, and should I be worried about Trent Jones Jr. with Ingram? No, I'm not really that worried about it. Ingram should still get a decent workload. Easy Eddie 32 PPR needs some upside at the flex and an RB2. Hollywood out and down big from Thursday Night Football. Michael Carter, Dearness Johnson, Pollard, Tony, Mooney. If Lamar is out, Fields or Cam. Whoo, I got to look at that one real quick. Fields or Cam. I'll go with Cam there for upside. And as far as upside for your other position for the flex and RB2, I'm going to go Kadarius Toney, and I'm going to go Michael Carter, and hopefully Michael Carter balls the F out and gets you a lot of receptions.
Yes.
Dario Oliveras. He sent 3,900 CLP. I don't know what that is.
Let me Google it.
Google it, Jake. What side of this trade? Cook versus Montgomery and Allen. If you're strong at wide receiver, I'm taking Cook there pretty easy. Geo 4239. Please tell me Dearness does enough. Amari Cooper going out really hurts. If Nick Chubb, I mean, the only way Dearness does a lot is if Nick Chubb balls out to begin the game. Cleveland is absolutely dominating. And then all of a sudden now it's like, boom, we're going to give Dearness Johnson as much as touches. If it's close in any way, shape, or form, then no, I don't think he does enough. Jake.
Kyle, those are Chilean pesos.
Chilean pesos.
We're in Chile. We are we are all around the universe.
Absolutely love it. The Chilean pesos. Rosetown Romper with the 5-bomb. Injuries and buys killing me this week. Who do I flex? Mooney, Wilson, or Goddard? I'm going to go
Kirk.
Mooney, Wilson, or Goddard. Still going to go Wilson there. Anthony Ort. Am I wrong to start Monty over Barkley? Thanks. No, you're not wrong. Want to play it safe? Go that route. Rishi Stoney. Hey, guys. Love the show. Longtime fan. I'm a longtime fan of you too, Rishi.
What are the chances? What are the chances?
Appreciate you. So I have CEH and Daryl Williams. Should I play one of them or Kenyon Drake? Need a win. Full PPR. Thanks. Oh, if you need a win and you need upside, I'm going to go Daryl Williams, and hopefully he still gets very involved in the passing game this week. Van Flowers with the 5-bomb and a PPR pick 2 to start. Wilson, Foreman, Sanders, or Bateman. I'm going to go, technically it says Bartman, but I'm going to go Bateman and Wilson Jr. Vikash Chand. Hey, my brothers, what's up, Vikash? Do I start Cam or Kyler this week? Kind of the same thing I said earlier. If for some reason we get closer to those 1 o'clock games and it still sounds like Kyler Murray is a game time decision, roll with Cam. And for the flex spot, in a half PPR, Boyd, Anderson, Eno, or Tony Jones Jr. I'm going to go Anderson there. My starting wide receivers, Bateman and Ayuk with Cooper out. I'm going Robbie Anderson, Joe P, Bateman, Mike Williams, Connor, Kadarius Toney, and a 0.5 PPR. If we are ranking these guys, I'm going Connor, Mike Williams, Bateman, Kadarius. Ryan Vogel with the delicious, gigantic, sexy 50 bomb in the super chat. Ryan, you're an absolute legend. Once again, will everyone put a hashtag, legend in the chat for Ryan, please? Would really appreciate it.
He's a legend.
Currently starting Monty and Chubb, Pittman and Bateman, Gesicki at tight end, Antonio Gibson is the flex. 12-team full PPR. I have Goddard and AP on my bench. Are you putting Goddard in the flex over Gibson? Much love, headliners. No forehead kisses, please. You're lucky, Ryan, because my threshold is actually $49.99. If you would have donated that, I would have said, I don't care. I'm going to give you forehead kisses. But because you went to 50, which is that no forehead kiss threshold, I can't do it. So you've donated the exact amount of money. Congratulations. No, leaving those guys on the bench and going with Antonio Gibson. Batmac Gaming, pick 2, Robbie Anderson, DPJ, McKissick, Jordan Howard if Sanders doesn't play. Sanders does sound like he will be playing. It's Robbie Anderson and DPJ for me. Timmy Tran becoming a member for the 3rd straight month here on YouTube. Rashad Penny or Alexander Madison.
Why do you have to start one of them, Timmy?
Do
you have to?
On a bye.
I know, but still.
I'd go Madison. Good luck. Mark McDonald. Guy in my league did Dylan for Kamara in a desperate playoff push. complete fleece job, or a viable trade given Kamara and Jones MCL concerns? I would take Kamara rest of the season, 100,000% easy as could be. Dylan's only going to be the starting running back for another couple of weeks. Will A, am I starting Jalen Hurts over Kyler Murray? I'm fine going that route. Yes. And I need a flex. Miles Sanders, Michael Carter, Jeff Wilson, or Barkley. Barkley's still kind of the high upside play for me, but if you want to be safe, Jeff Wilson is the starter. Roll with Jeff Wilson. Full PPR, I'm going to go with Wilson. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Will. Jose Hernandez with the 10 bomb. You're spicy, Jose. Hey, brothers. Wanted to say what's up. What's up, you in the best fantasy football community around? Appreciate you, Jose. Need help in a standard. We got to pick one. Deontay Johnson, Waddle, or running back Darrell Williams. I'm going to go Deontay Johnson here. And then a half PPR, CEH or Adrian Peterson. Take care. Jose, take care of yourself. I'm going to have to go CEH over Adrian Peterson still. Mr. Kojak, tough game for me. Andrews or Gronk? Andrews, easy for me. Use the Pats defense so I have some cushion. Standard league, going Andrews. James McIntosh in a full point PPR, pick 5. Chubb, yes. Montgomery, Dylan, yes. Dearness Johnson, Chase, yes. Scary Terry, yes. And then I'm going to go back to Montgomery and play Montgomery over Pittman. That's my 5. 8-2. There you go, James. You're going to be 9-2 now.
That's
Odin,
Motor City James to you.
What?
That's Motor City James to you. That's his nickname.
James McIntosh. Thank you. Odin. 21-12. Should I play Antonio Gibson or Michael Carter? I've still got AG higher than MC this week. Spoon, thoughts on a possible trade of my Dak and Devontae Adams for Josh Allen and D-Hop? Full point PPR, 6-point QB TD. Nope. I'm going Dak and Adams. Michael Jr., sup, fellas? 3 wide receivers. DK, Higgins, Master Bateman, Claypool, Marcus Johnson. It is going to be DK, Bateman, Higgins for me. Boom, boom, boom. And then 2 halfbacks. Gibson, Wilson Jr., Freeman, or Sanders. Wilson Jr. and Gibson for me. Boom. Dan with the 5 bomb. For the second straight week, I have to ask, Dak or Mahomes? You were right last week. I'm still going to go back to Patty M this week. Iraq Vet 07. Thank you for your service, Iraq Vet. Hey, guys lost King Henry and Cordero.
Ouch.
Need help. PPR, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 flex. Ingram, Mike Davis, Mooney, Uzama, Ertz, AP, Diggs, DJ Moore, Jamar, Waller is my tight end 1. So for the wide receivers, Diggs and Jamar Chase, boom, lock him in. For the 1 running back, Ingram, Davis, boom, lock Ingram in. For the 1 flex, boom, lock DJ Moore in. We did it up nice for you, Iraq. Vince Dallas with the 2 bomb, wide receiver 2 PPR, Tony, Kirk, or Pittman. Even though I'm not a big fan of Pittman this week, still a little bit more touchdown upside for me. But since this is a PPR league, barely going Tony over Pittman because Pittman is going to have
and some bad weather.
Have Lattimore just all over the top of him. Frank Wildman, a member for 3 months. Did I say the wrong matchup?
You said Lattimore. Lattimore's playing Philadelphia.
It's Buffalo.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith is going to have Lattimore on him. Wrong wide receiver I have as a sit this week.
There you go.
But I still have Pittman as a sit because the Buffalo Bills have only allowed 3 touchdowns to wide receivers this year, which is the lowest in the league. And they've allowed the lowest receiving yards to wide receivers as well. Frank Wildman becoming a member. Can you hear my voice kind of giving out? Frank Wildman becoming a member for the 3rd straight month. Hi, Beasley, Tony, Corey Davis, Waddle, Bateman, Higgins, and a half PPR. I need to start 3 wide receivers. For me, it's going to be Bateman. It's going to be Beasley. It's going to be Tony. And then AJ Dillon or Monty at the flex. It's 100% AJ Dillon. Chris Foster becoming a new member here on YouTube. Chris, appreciate you. Welcome to the exclusive Headliner Nation. Chubby TDs with a 2 bomb. McLaurin, Kirk, or Bateman. I've still got McLaurin higher than Bateman. Eber, De La Hoya. It's given out, Jake. Choose the flex. Ayuk, Devontae Smith, Darrell Williams, Sammy Watkins. If I had to go somebody here, I would go Darrell Williams still. Tommy, theologist. I know I didn't say it right. I want to say a theologist. What's up, guys? Thinking about trading Mike Williams and Elijah Mitchell for Saquon. Would like to know your thoughts. I'm good with that. I would take that trade. Yes. Yes. Let's do it, baby. Luis Alcantar with the 2-bomb. What is similar of a coffin and a bed?
Did you see the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
The Luis wants to know what is similar between a coffin and a bed. You bury the stiff in both.
Attaboy, Luis. Way to bring the heat.
Michael Satterfield back again with another 5-bomb. Michael, appreciate you. Do I keep my wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Emmanuel Sanders, Jamal Agnew? Or do I go to the waiver wire with Traquan Smith and Crowder? That's all that's left. I would still roll with those guys. I'm good with that.
I agree.
Joey, 723, lost last week with a 0 from Hawk. Hawk or Arnold this week. I need a win, and I don't need another 0. I would be shocked if the number 4 tight end on the season puts up back-to-back 0s. I would be shocked if that happens.
And Arnold has a tough matchup.
Yeah.
So
Nicholas Johnson and a 10-bomb. Appreciate you, Nicholas. Thank you so much, Jake and Kyle. I'm in a terrible spot. Hollywood now out, and AB is out. I need another wide receiver. Do I stream Corey Davis or Kenny Galladay? Hell, Corey Davis for me.
Yep.
Dirtbag forever. Smoke or fry my turkey? Oh my God. Fried turkeys. I mean, I like fried turkey. A smoked turkey though. Oh my God. Just
smoke that turkey. Smoke that turkey and email us your address.
Denise Owens. Hey fellas, thanks for the help. I'm 8-2 and 7-3. Ow, rough week. Do I play Adrian Peterson or Eno Benjamin? I'm going Adrian Peterson there, or Pat Fryermuth or Dan Arnold in a non-PPR. I'm going Fryermuth a little bit higher than D'Ard. Justine Garcia in a full PPR. Need 3. Dearness Johnson, Lockett, Cooks, Mooney, or Claypool. I'm going to go Lockett. I'm going to go Cooks. And I'm going to go Dearness Johnson. And I am going to pray that, again, Detroit gets blown out and Dearness gets some goal line work towards the end and scores you a touchdown.
Hey, if you need to tag me in at any time, you just tell me.
I will in just a second. Okay. Chris Lai. Don't tell me what to do, Jake.
Well, I hear your voice crackling like a 13-year-old boy.
2 running backs. 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Monty, Carter, B. Cooks, R. Bate, KC running backs. Okay, Montgomery's going in at running back. Michael Carter's going in at running back. Rashad Bateman's going in at wide receiver. I'll put Brandon Cooks in at flex there. Rosetown Romper, Gronk or Conklin at tight end. I'll go with Gronk. I'll put Gronk in at tight end.
I agree. I gamble there.
Hopefully he finds the end zone. Daichi with a 5-bomb in a PPR league. Jake, you got to go because it jumped on me.
Okay, perfect. Daichi PPR league. Mike Williams, Rashad Bateman, or James Robinson in my flex. Great show as always. You guys, appreciate you, Daichi. So PPR, Mike Williams, Bateman, or James Robinson. Being that it's PPR, I'm going to go with one of the wide receivers here. I know Mike Williams has been disappointment. Rashad Bateman is somebody who we've talked about, I feel like, almost every other question here tonight. The potential is there for Bateman to have a boom week with no Hollywood Brown. So if you want to play it safer, you go Bateman. If you want to gamble for the high upside, that's where you go Mike Williams if you have room to gamble. Zaz Train, 12-team standard, Barkley or Wilson. I'm going to, honestly, I understand the need for a lot of people to start Saquon Barkley unless you have a better option. In my opinion, this week, Jeff Wilson Jr. may just be slightly safer, especially if there's no Elijah Mitchell. So I'm going to go Wilson and just play it a little bit safer since Barkley's Monday Night Football. Also, T. Higgins or Bateman. I'm going Bateman there as well. Bukowski back in the house. Stevie Shovels or Mikey Trott? I don't know who Stevie Shovels or Mikey Trott is. Do you, Kyle? All right, I'm going to go with Mikey Trott because it sounds amazing. J Noise 88. Hey, gangsters. Playing to tie break first place this week. Oh, you got it. You got it, J Noise. Half PPR. Going to flex J Rob or Pittman and Hurts or Rodgers at quarterback. Well, I'm going to flex Pittman, and at quarterback, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts this week in hopes he runs all over New Orleans. And then also have Devontae Adams in your lineup. Okay, so you also have Devontae, so you could stack Rodgers and Adams this week against Minnesota. Honestly, that changes things a little bit for me, but I still think Hurts is safer. I think
Jake,
What?
I have breaking news.
Okay, what is your breaking news? Hang on, let me finish this first before I forget.
Okay.
So I'm going Pittman there at your flex, and at your quarterback, I'm just going to, even though Rodgers and Adams is a sexy stack, I'm going to go with Hurts this week. All right, go ahead, Kyle.
A league source is saying that it is not COVID related, but Lamar Jackson is very sick, and he is a 50% chance of
Well, there
playing
you go.
tomorrow.
There you go.
Not COVID, but there is a 50% chance that we do not see Lamar Jackson tomorrow.
That is definitely breaking news. So right now, if you have Lamar Jackson, make sure you have another option on your bench just to be safe. Because the last they reported before this was he was just cold symptoms. To me, it doesn't sound like cold symptoms if you're a 50-50 chance to eat. Or to eat. Somebody said he ate fish. Everybody was talking about Poopgate earlier, and no, it's not the same thing. Well, maybe it is. That would be a problem, right? So have another backup option just in case. But that is also, listen, I mean, we may have to pin something on this video after it actually posts because we've talked about Rashad Bateman a lot tonight.
It makes it far riskier.
If there is no Lamar Jackson, then all of a sudden Rashad Bateman is not going to be mentioned as much tonight whatsoever. Like that, those two are tied together. So that's a problem. You know, that's definitely a problem. Definitely something to pay attention to. A 50-50 chance is not good. All right, back to questions here. Devin Chikowski says Derek Carr. You scared me for a second. Derek Carr or Cam Newton. As of right now, I have. Where do I have? I have Cam one spot lower than Carr. So I have Carr one spot higher there for quarterback, and then Miles Sanders or Gallup in a full PPR. I don't trust Nick Sirianni in Miles Sanders' first game back in a difficult matchup, so I'm going to go with Gallup there since there's no Amari Cooper. Justine Garcia, Standard League, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Rashad Bateman, Deontay Johnson, pick 2. Okay, see, this is where things are... Actually, no, being that it's a Standard League, we're looking for that touchdown upside, so I'm going with A.J. Brown as one of them, and then I'll go Devontae Smith as the other guy, because I think he's got the next highest touchdown upside in a Standard League since receptions really don't help you out as much. Ed Miller, half PPR, wide receiver 2, Bateman or Gallup? Oh, man, here come all the Bateman questions. And this is, like we just said, people, Lamar Jackson, 50-50 chance that he does not play tomorrow as of right now. So that is definitely something to pay close attention to, because if he doesn't, we're going Gallup here. If Lamar plays, then we go Bateman. Flex Gibson or Swift? I'm going with DeAndre Swift there. Full PPR flex. Jacobs or Gibson? I will gamble. Where did I got Jacobs at? This one's close. I have Jacobs at 20 and Gibson at 21. So I have Jacobs one spot higher than Gibson. And then for defenses, Cleveland or Tampa Bay? Give me Cleveland going against the Detroit Lions. Justine Garcia, Standard. It's a different question. Okay, pick 2. Dillon, Jeff Wilson, Gaskin, or Michael Carter. In a Standard League, it's going to be A.J. Dillon. And I'm probably going to go with Jeff Wilson for that touchdown upside in that offense there. It's going to be Jeff Wilson and A.J. Dillon. What? Now what did I miss?
Oregon is getting blown out at Utah, 35-7.
Well, there you go. That doesn't sound like much fun for
Oregon, the number 3 team in the country right now, getting blown out on the road. There goes their college football chances.
Peace out.
Or their college football playoff chances.
All right, we have the Koofman. Been a member here for 2 months. Got the lone boner wing out there. Says, hey, fellas, much love for you guys in the show. 6 and 4 and a half PPR. Who should I flex? Bateman, Gronk, or Emmanuel Sanders? Let's go. Let it flow. That was almost a tongue twister right there. So who should you flex between Bateman, Gronk, or Emmanuel Sanders? I mean, all night long we've been saying Bateman, but with this news of Lamar Jackson, that really changes things a lot. Emmanuel Sanders has some bad weather to deal with, and Gronk is coming off of an injury. So honestly, this is what I do. If Lamar Jackson is active and plays, I go Bateman. If Lamar Jackson does not play, I gamble and go Gronk. Corvette Foster 40, full PPR flex, Gronk or Gallup. I'll still go Gallup, being that there's no Amari Cooper here this week. I think he's still slightly safer than Gronk there. Giancarlo Munoz, which 2 wide receivers to start? Mike Williams, Corey Davis, Chase Claypool, Kadarius Toney, or MVS? What about a quarterback, Tua or Jimmy G? Well, I have Tua a couple spots higher than Jimmy G, but I don't dislike either. Got Tua, like I said, a couple spots higher. For the 2 wide receivers, man, you could go... I think all your guys here are basically boom or bust, so I'm going to go for the two highest ceiling plays out there and go with Mike Williams and Kadarius Toney and hope that they can find a big play here this week. Greg Schroeder traded Mixon for Devontae and Mitchell. So you traded Mixon, you got Devontae Adams and Elijah Mitchell. You have Cook and Monty already. I don't know who you had at wide receiver. That's a decent return for Mixon. I don't know if I'm in the market of selling a top 10 running back at this point and not getting a top 10 guy back. So that's a little bit concerning based off the rest of your depth, though, but at least you got Devontae Adams out of it. Brock Cummins says, thank you guys. No, Brock, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Colin Stoffel, best flex for full point PPR. Choose one. Darrell Williams, Adrian Peterson, Sammy Watkins. As of right now, it's going to be Darrell Williams 100% out of those options. I believe he's got the safest floor of the bunch. M. St. G in the house says, what's up, Jake and Kyle? Full PPR, need one and one flex. So he's got Darrell Williams, Jeff Wilson, and I believe Christian Kirk. Is CEH worth picking up if he's on waivers? Well, 100%. He should not be on waivers. He should definitely be on your roster since he is coming back. For this week, though, you need one running back and one flex. And then for me, it's going to be Darrell Williams and Jeff Wilson Jr. in those two spots. I'm going with double running back there this week. Chris Gulas. Pick two between James Robinson, Jeff Wilson, or Mark Ingram. I love James Robinson, but he's not 100%. He's banged up. He's got multiple issues right now. Should still play, but he's going to be limited like he is every other week. So I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson and Mark Ingram because I believe there's still guys that have safe floors and high ceilings. So you're not really sacrificing anything by sitting James Robinson out of that bunch. Red Hulk, start two in a PPR. Swift, Dillon, Pittman, Thielen, and I can start two of them. Okay, so I'm going Swift for sure. So then it's between Dillon, Pittman, and Thielen. Being there's no Aaron Jones, I'm actually going double running back again. I'm going Swift and Dillon. And then in another league, I get to pick two out of Deontay Johnson, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Michael Carter, and Hunter Renfrow. This is full PPR. Part of me thinks the safest options you have there is Deontay Johnson and Hunter Renfrow in a full PPR. Devontae Smith, a little bit more big play, a little bit more touchdown upside, but may not get the volume that the other guys get. So I'm going Deontay and Renfrow. Wabbit 211. Foreman or Mike Williams in the flex. I just can't get myself to start the backfield of the Tennessee Titans. I just can't do it. They're not producing numbers, A, and B, once they get close to the goal line, we've seen Ryan Tannehill score rushing touchdowns in like 4 of the last 5 games. He calls his own number when they get close, so I'm going with Mike Williams there this week. King Prell, I feel like Kyle is stripping in the off camera, and I don't know what's going on. I'm a little bit worried. King Prell, Gronk or Knox, Freeman or Gaskin, Bucks or Carolina D. So for the first one, we got Gronk or Knox. I'm going to go Knox. Freeman or Gaskin. I'm going to go Gaskin here this week. And then Bucks or Carolina's defense. I'm probably going to go Carolina's defense and hope that they can bring some of that emotional energy here this week. And now I see some red velvet. And I don't know why, but I see red velvet. He's feeling pretty good. Somebody check his drink over there. What's in that cup? Warhorse. What is going on, Warhorse? Our friend out there says, I'm feeling pretty good this week. I got Chubb. Congratulations on that. Rodgers, Barkley, Evans, Monty, and Pat Fryermuth. So can I get a hell yeah? Thanks, guys. I'm fired up. Kyle, can Warhorse get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
That's what I'm talking about. Zach Willard, Connor Diggs, and Herbert for Dalvin Cook and Keenan Allen. I don't know which side is yours. So Connor Diggs and Herbert, Cook and Keenan Allen. Honestly, at this point of the season, I'm going with Cook and Allen and trying to secure the studs at both positions. Even though I love James Conner, he's somebody who could lose some value later in the season. That's pretty tough. If that is Justin Herbert or Khalil Herbert, I don't know which Herbert that is. I don't know if it's Justin Herbert. I don't know who your quarterback is right now. But based off of what you have here on the screen, Cook and Allen is the side that I'm going with. E-Man, been a member for 3 months out there. Yo, Darrell Williams, Foreman, Alex Collins, Ertz, or Cole Beasley. I can only pick one. It's going to be Darrell Williams for me here this week. Also in another league, Cole Beasley or Hunter Renfrow at wide receiver, full PPR. In that case, I'll go with the guy that has the better weather, slightly not as banged up. Give me Hunter Renfrow, the route running god here in Las Vegas. Ruben Fernandez has become a member of Holding Chubb. Welcome, Ruben. Anna. Oh no, Anna's got a question. Flex position. Okay, I thought she was going to make fun of me. She always makes fun of me or Kyle. Flex position in a standard league. Play Hawk or drop Van Jefferson and get Wilson Jr. off waivers. So I'm guessing that if this is for your flex spot, I'm going to start Jeff Wilson Jr. over Van Jefferson, who's not playing this week, and over Hawk as my flex this week. So yeah, I'm going to start Jeff Wilson Jr. there if you can get him into your flex, Anna. Just a dude, man. What is going on? He says Mitchell, Monty, Bateman, Pittman, Elijah Moore. Full PPR, I can pick 2 of them. It's going to be Monty, and up until about 20 minutes ago, it was going to be Bateman. But now that we have to really pay close attention to Lamar Jackson, that worries me and makes me want to pivot to Pittman. So until we hear more about Lamar tomorrow morning, right now, I'm going with Monty and Pittman. John Frell, or Fry. John Fry, the lone boner emoji out there, says, if Lamar can't start, do I start Wentz or pick up Carr? Thanks, boys. I pick up Carr, personally. This week, I don't love Wentz this week, going to Buffalo and having to deal with the rain. So I'm going to go with Carr this week. M squared, full PPR, Bateman or third and Renfro. Thanks, guys. You rock. I'm going third. And man, see, this is what sucks about this so bad, is I feel like I have said Rashad Bateman's name 100. At one point in this show, when this started, Kyle wouldn't even let me respond to questions if Bateman was involved because he knew I was going to pick the guy. And then 20 minutes ago, the breaking news comes out about Lamar Jackson, and now I'm borderline terrified because if Lamar Jackson doesn't play, I don't love Rashad Bateman quite as much. So honestly, in a full PPR at this time, I think third and Renfro is a little bit safer. Gregory, Gladden, Ingram, or Jacobs. I'm going to go with Ingram this week. Derek, Blase, what is going on? Derek, Kyler or Carr, and Ingram or CEH in the flex? Well, it's going to be Ingram over CEH. As far as Kyler or Carr, you should be able to wait up until that last minute to find out about Kyler. If Kyler starts, he's your guy. If he doesn't, or you don't want to risk it, then you can go Carr, who I still have ranked as my quarterback 13. Not a horrible start here this week if you'd rather just play it a little bit safer. And it scrolled on me, Kyle.
Oh, where were you?
I don't know. I found it. Garth Drake. Are you feeling good over there?
Me?
Yeah.
What a stupid question.
That's a stupid. All right, perfect. I think Swag may have to make an appearance here in a second and give
Get out of here.
What about Garth Drake first, though? We have need a running back, tight end, and flex in a full PPR. We have Gibson, Mixon, Cooks, Knox, Gronk. Could pick up Goddard, Titans, or Bucks D. All right, so need a running back first. That's going to be Mixon. You need a tight end next. That's going to be I'm going to go with Knox there for your tight end. And then for your flex, it's between Gibson, Cook, or Gronk. It's going to be Gibson for me as your flex. And then as your defenses between the Titans or Bucks, I'm going to go the Titans and hope for a sloppy game in the weather with some absolute turnovers all over the place. Devin Chikowski, Derek Carr or Cam Newton, Gallup or Miles Sanders in a full PPR. Right now, I have Cam one spot lower than Derek Carr. So I have Derek Carr one spot higher, and then out of Gallup and Miles Sanders, it's going to be Gallup because I don't trust Nick Sirianni in Philadelphia because he sucks. Michael Jr., welcome to the exclusive Holding Chubb membership. Thank you so much. I am God XX standard. Need a wide receiver too. Renfro, Waddle, or Elijah Moore. It's a standard league, so Renfro isn't quite as appealing. Waddle has some more touchdown upside with Tua back, and Elijah Moore has to deal with Joe Flacco. So give me a little bit of Jalen Waddle right there. I am God XX. JG, nobody pay attention to the left side of the screen. Nobody pay. This could get
Jake,
inappropriate real quick.
Look at those. Oh, double calf cam, baby.
Everybody field yourself.
The men and the women are taking their panties off as we speak.
Hopefully there's not a lot of men wearing panties out there. We have JG says start 2, Kadarius Toney, Pat Freiermuth, Donta Foreman, and Marcus Johnson. It's gonna be Kadarius Toney for sure for one of them. For the other one, being that they're all boom or bust, I'll go with Foreman and cross my fingers there, Jay. Glenn Smith says, boys, I'm hammered. Glenn out there having fun. Glenn out there having his own calf cam.
Somebody's partying, baby.
That's right. Cooks, Mooney, or DJ Moore. If you can only choose one of them, I'm going with DJ Moore there, Glenn. And then out of Burrow and Tanny, right now I have Burrow a few spots higher than Tanny. Chris Foster. What's going on out there? Chris says, do I start Hawk or Schultz in the standard? Still have Hawk slightly higher. It will be somewhat closer this week for me, but Hawk's still the guy that I have a little bit higher.
Hey, Captain Spock. Your mom didn't think I was a pervert when we were out last night.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
That's right. Swagrich took her to a nice dinner.
Oh, God.
And never called her back.
Yeah.
Got him.
Wow. This is what happens when it gets late on the East Coast time. We have Frank Wildman, Miami, Carolina, or Tampa Bay defense. Thanks, guys. So if I have to choose between one of them, it's going to be... Part of me wants to go with Miami and just see if they can absolutely torture Joe Flacco this week. I think Carolina has a good opportunity, but we know that Washington has a few more playmakers, so give me Miami and cross your fingers. Merciful Duke says Tua, Daniel Jones, or Jimmy G in case Murray does not play. As of right now, I have Tua ranked the highest as my quarterback 12 out of that group there, Merciful Duke. And then you have Corey Davis or Kadarius Toney. I'm going to gamble on the playmaker and go with Kadarius Toney. Michael has a question, says, I need one running back and one flex, full PPR, Darrell Williams, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Traquan Smith. I'm not going to start Traquan Smith over the other two, so give me some Darrell Williams and Jeff Wilson Jr. Ari Velasquez says, I have Robinson, Dalvin, Jeff Wilson, Alexander Madison. I also have Hawk and Muth at tight end. Should I try to trade a tight end for another running back? If so, who? These questions are so hard because we really don't know what everybody else has in your league. Honestly, what you need to do is you need to go try find a team that needs a tight end, right? Because you're not going to get a team to take one of your tight ends if they don't need one. And then so once you figure out which teams need a tight end, what pieces do they have on your bench that you can try to get away from them? We really don't know who you have available out there. You have solid options at your running back position. So I don't know if you need to do too much. I don't think you're going to get much for either Hawk or Muth right now. Hawk coming off a 0-point game. Muth, somebody who's been up and down throughout the week or throughout the year. So I don't think you're going to get a whole lot in return that's really going to boost your roster. But like I said, go find a team that needs a tight end.
Breaking news.
What else we got?
The Cardinals are not expected to make any final decisions until pregame warmups. But signs heading into Sunday's game in Seattle point to Colt McCoy starting his third straight game in Arizona in place of the injured Kyler Murray.
Yep, we said that earlier. Why would they start him? I mean, they're going to be in first place in the division regardless. They're not going to have DeAndre Hopkins back, and why risk getting him hurt for a longer period of time when they can, hopefully, rest up and make a run late in the season, starting at first place in the division. So, I mean, to me, it makes sense. So I wouldn't plan on Kyler Murray tomorrow. Lemony Crawdad, great name. Which three for the flex? We got Gibson, Swift, Barkley, Ingram, Gaskin. Wow, you are stacked right there. Well, it's going to be Swift for me. It's going to be Ingram. If you'd rather play it safer, it's Gibson. If you want to gamble, then it's Barkley. So for me, personally, not knowing the rest of your team, probably going to go Gibson, Swift, Ingram. OG Rivera says, traded Mike Evans for Henderson. I pick up Dylan. So you traded Evans for Darrell Henderson, and then you picked up Dylan. As long as you have wide receiver depth, I don't hate that whatsoever. Rosetown Romper says, if Jackson is out, do I pick up Tua or Burrow? That's going to be Burrow for me. Yep, I got him ranked at number 9 this week, so that's going to be Joe B. James McIntosh says he has his chubby back. Congratulations, James. We're all looking forward to displaying our full chubby this week. JNoise88 says, Jake, bang! Marry or kill Kyle, Doc, and Tater. Go. Okay, so
you got to marry me because you got to keep me around the channel.
I don't. Yeah, but how do I kill the Doc or Tater? I mean, Tater's beard is majestic, so it may be Bang Tater. Just saying. Not that that would ever happen. And then we also have marry. So I either have to marry or kill you or the Doc. What if I just kill you both? Is that an option? No. I mean,
we can just move to Utah and then make it
and marry
both
of you. Yeah, marry. We're all just one happily married family. That's probably
moving to Utah, baby. Here we come.
Lone Boner in the house out there. We see him out there in the chat. Leo
Mac!
Vernaccio. If Lamar is out, do you like Fields, Tua, or Cam? Right now, I have Tua ranked the highest out of the Fields, Tua, Cam options. Mason Ruthier, hey guys, already negative 36 in my standard league. Alex Collins or Deontay Johnson in the flex? If you're chasing that many points, I'm going to go with the guy with the higher potential ceiling of Deontay Johnson. And for another league, if Lamar sits, should I pick up Tua? He put a tongue emoji. Tua Tagovailoa or Danny Pennies. I'm going with Tua there this week for you, Mason. Appreciate you. The worst. Hey, guys, disgusting, I know, but ugly week here. Full PPR, flex Kenyon Drake, Foreman, or AP. Appreciate all the good content. Yeah, I don't love any of them, but I'm going to go with Kenyon Drake, and hopefully that he's got the highest touchdown upside, plus he's a little bit involved in the passing game. We have David Amber, criminal lawyer. Nobody piss off David. He's a lawyer, okay? He'll find something on you. I know how much you guys love DFS, Kyle, and then he laughs.
He might have been one that asked a question last week in the members only chat, and I was like, dude, I'm not the person to ask.
Yeah, me and Kyle don't dive into DFS at all. Joel and Chris Kennedy are the ones that do all that for us. So who do you like for an optimal captain tomorrow night? Keenan at 9,400, Williams at 7,400, or the Muth at 5,400? I would have to think that the Muth would probably be the least owned option there. I think a lot more people are going to lean the way of Keenan and Williams. So if it's me personally, try to be a little bit contrarian, I'm going to go with the Muth, and hopefully he's somebody that can find the end zone. Colby Rascal. What's up, Colby? Says Mike Williams or Bateman for your wide receiver 2, assuming Lamar goes. If Lamar goes, it's Bateman. If it's not, then it's Mike Williams. Monkey Jr., been a member for 3 months there in Holden Chubbs, got his blind squirrel nuts there next to his name. Need help in a half PPR with all of my injuries and bye weeks. I'm forced to play Mooney, Agnew, Bryan Edwards, or Higgins. Higgins is available on waivers. If that's T. Higgins, he should not be available on your waivers. If it is, that's who you go out there and you grab and you throw into your starting lineup right there is T. Higgins out of that group. If that is not T. Higgins, if that's like Rashard Higgins or something else, if I had to choose another one, that's when I'll go and I'll gamble on Bryan Edwards. Anna. Here we go. Anna starts off with my name, Jake. It's got to be good. I used up all of my jokes saying that you either need to adjust the exposure on your camera to bring down the brightness or put Mark Davis Wood back on. Just isn't funny anymore. Ha! You are so funny, Anna.
Who said that?
Anna did.
Oh my God, Anna.
She is.
Jake, Anna, I'll send you those body bags. Because she just put you in one. Oh! Boom!
There's going to be a job opening really quickly. Yeah, thanks, Anna. The brightness on my camera is absolutely...
Shut up. You're not going to get fired, bro. I will.
Normal. I mean, it's not any weird set. Anyway, moving on. Daichi. Dolphins defense or Tampa defense, and I can trust Waller, or should I play Pat Freiermuth for the Steelers? So if it's between the Dolphins and Tampa's D, I probably go the way of Miami against Joe Flacco. And then can you trust Waller? I mean, can you really trust any tight end right now? All of them, for the most part, suck off and on. If I had to choose one, though, I'm going to stick with Waller over the Muth. Irving Torres. What are you laughing at?
Glenn Smith, Kyle said Kyle is going to be the box surprise next week.
Yeah, that's entirely possible, Glenn. Glenn, you just ruined my plan. You said it to the world, Glenn.
Yakmeister. Love you, baby. Forehead kisses.
Wow. We have Irving Torres. Says Andrews or TJ Hawkinson in a full PPR and flex Barkley. So if I had to choose between Andrews or Hawkinson, we don't know for sure about Lamar Jackson, but if he does not play, that is really worrisome to me. So that's when I go to TJ Hawkinson. If Lamar Jackson plays, that's when I'll transition back over to Mark Andrews. Josh Warner, Russell Wilson, or Cam Newton. Right now I have Russell Wilson 3 spots higher than Cam Newton. Glenn Smith, he says, I'm in 10 leagues. Wow, Glenn, is there like an AA for league? I mean, how many? That's a good question right here. In the chat, there's 692 people watching. Be realistic, because I may actually check this. How many leagues do you play in? Because I know there's some people. I heard somebody say like a week ago that they play in like 30 leagues. And if that's the case, how do you have time for life? Like, you're constantly probably trying to just make trades and set lineups. Like that would stress me the hell out if I had that many. So be realistic. Tell me what you got out there. We have, what about, he's in 10 leagues. So he's got Justin Herbert or Tom Brady. I have Brady 1, 2, 3, 4 spots higher than Herbert this week. And I hope I wake up before game time. Well, we hope you do. Set your lineup right now, Glenn. Just set it and forget it. Cue ball for full PPR, Gaskin or Ingram for your flex. In a full PPR, I think Gaskin is a lot closer to Ingram this week. I think Ingram is the safer option if you just need that safe floor. That 8 to 10 points is a floor. That's when you go Ingram. If you feel like you're going to have to kind of chase points, that's when I go for Gaskin, and hopefully he can get one of those 8, 10 target games. David Pryor, see you out there. Appreciate your donation. Lemony Crawdad again. You guys are the best. Thanks for all the help. No, thank you for the support. We have Frank Wildman. If Lamar is out, start Rodgers, Tannehill, or Burrow. It's Joey B. Joe Burrow is the next guy up there for me. And then we have, David Pryor asked, start Goddard or Knox. Personally, for me, I'm probably leaning the way of Knox only for the touchdown upside in a game that could be some bad weather where they rely upon him a little bit more in the red zone. And then the show, McLaurin, Pittman, Robbie Anderson, Elijah Moore, full PPR pick 2. The easy answers right off the top are McLaurin and Pittman, but honestly, they have some super tough matchups. So it's not like it's like a locked and loaded, hey, they're great options. But neither are Robbie Anderson and Elijah Moore. So when in doubt, I'll start my studs and go with McLaurin and Pittman. Joey 723, Boyle announced to make his first NFL start for Detroit. Still rolling with Hawk over Arnold. Yeah, probably because when you have a new quarterback come in there, there's 2 things that they really look at typically. Check downs to the running backs and the short passing game to their tight ends. Kind of like a little safety valve. So I'm gonna stick with it and go that way. Dan Arnold, even though he's been getting volume, has one of the most difficult matchups of all tight ends this week going up against San Francisco. So I don't think that he's a lock, must start either. So I'm still gonna roll with Hawk. All right, Kyle, what are you doing besides distracting me? I felt like you were swallowing the microphone for that for a second. Anna, you need to GIF that really quick. Somebody on Discord needs to get in on that right now. April, are you only answering questions for members or paying? I've been on for a super long time and no help. April, we've been going back and forth nonstop. You had your chance where we saw your name pop up and you chose not to ask a question. So don't know what to tell you.
April, let me tell you something here real quick.
Oh, no, this may not be good.
Let me tell you something here real quick. All right, listen. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, male, female. Doesn't matter what color you are. You come into my chat and you act like we are out here putting in the work for the people. Nah, B. We don't ride that bus around here. Okay. So if you want to hop on Team Headliners and you want to be riding right up front by Swag Rich, you got to understand that when there's 677 people around, we're not going to answer every single question.
It's impossible. But we try. We talked nonstop for 1 hour and 50 minutes to answer questions. Let's see here. Clack I says full Monty. So I don't know if he's telling us something or if he's asking something about it, but he's just telling us he's got the full Monty going on right now. 100%. Let's see here. We have
Roy. Get banned. I'm not going to get banned.
Roy Shaver.
I'm not going to get banned. And I wasn't rude to April. I was just saying, hey, listen. I've been a lot ruder to other people. Okay. Let's just say here. I was actually probably held back there. I wasn't being rude. And if anyone thinks I'm being rude, well, I'm sorry what to tell you. Listen, I wasn't being rude to April. I was just telling her how it is. We're not going to get to every single freaking question. It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
But what I'm telling her, if she wants to hop on the headliner bus, stick around, come back for more live shows, try it again next week. That's what I say.
Oh, look at that. We have mashed potatoes with or without gravy from Snake Eyes. Can you eat mashed potatoes without gravy?
Ew.
Is that possible?
The only way I would eat mashed potatoes without gravy is if they were like loaded mashed potatoes and you got like a little bacon, some sour cream, some cheddar cheese, little chive on top of it, sprinkled. Okay. You know how you do that shit real nice? Okay. Get yourself a little green onion and a little shallot. Okay. Cut it down really nice.
What is shallot?
A shallot. Cut it down really nice. Then Drop it in your pot with a little butter. Okay. Mix that stuff up until it's fragrant in your nose, making you feel really nice and warm on the inside. Boil your potatoes. Okay. Get yourself some nice Yukon Gold potatoes. Slice them up nice and small. Dump them in the pot. Let them boil for a few minutes. Get nice and soft. Leave the skin on. Okay. Don't take the skin off. We're not weirdos around here. Leave the skin on. After you get them out, drop them in the pan. Smash them up. Put some creme fraiche in there with them. Whip them up real good. A little butter in again, too. Whip them up real good again. Then you take them out. Okay. You drop your bacon on top, your chives, your cheddar, your cheddar cheese. A little bit of ranch maybe in, some dill ranch. Oh, it's so good. Okay. You can also twice bake that if you want to. Oh, God, then you're really grinding there. Yeah.
I mean, are you done? I mean, I feel like you need to be on an episode of the Tailgate Chef making mashed potatoes or something. Is that possible? Maybe it is. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, Buck wants to know baked mastacali or Totina's party pizzas. I like party pizzas. I did 20 years ago.
Those little party pizzas?
Yeah, like the $1 one. Well, they used to be $1.
Yeah, those
with
are
inflation
so
now, things are
freaking
probably
good,
$16.
man.
But yeah, I love those things.
Drop them into the oven.
Yeah.
Right on the rack.
And it gets a little crispy.
5 minutes. Oh my God, it's so good.
Awesome. We have Wabbit.
I'm not high.
No, not at all. Wabbit 211. Lockett or Mike Williams floor upside balance. Ooh. I mean, I think the safer floor is still Mike Williams because Tyler Lockett can just completely disappear altogether. Plus, he still has a high floor. We just haven't seen it lately. So if that's the case, if that's what you're looking for, Mike Williams kind of more right in the middle.
How did you get all the way from Buffalo to there and make my potato and cook my chicken Cajun style? Listen, your boy's a cook, all right? I mean, I'm no Chef Picard, all right? That boy cooks circles around all of us, all right? Okay? He's the Beyonce of cooks.
Whoa.
But I'm like Lady Gaga, okay? I'll throw some weird shit out there. I'll make things look a little odd, but once you put a little bit of swag Rich is cooking right in your mouth, it's just like Lady Gaga's music. When it hits the ears, you just want more.
Oh, wow.
You want it inside you.
Wow.
It's going to be the same thing.
Roy, where's your question, Roy? Roy's like, I almost had a question answered. And then he, Roy, what was your question? Ask me again, Roy, because I got interrupted right in the middle of your question. Ask it again. I'll look for it. We also have Sapper227 is asking, Jake, who is Tater Miles? Can the chat tell Sapper who Tater Miles is? I mean, because Tater Miles is basically a legend around here at this point. A lot of us got almost a sneak peek at his autobiography last week. And then this week, he lets you know what bears do in the woods when it's raining. I mean, the guy is just next level.
Is April still here? April, what's your question? I'm going to look out for it. I'm going to answer it specifically. Give me your question. What is it? Let me hear it, April. I'll answer it for you. Listen, here's the thing. Okay. Not trying to be rude. You're still here. You're still hanging out even after our little talk. So you obviously are like, you know what? I get it. I understand. I appreciate that. Let me answer your question. Let me give it back to you. Okay. JXHE, and not sure if Kyle is seductive or creepy. It's a little bit of both, baby. Trust me. A part of you right now is turned on. And if you're saying you're not, you're lying to yourself.
Something like that. Yeah, Glenn Smith is asking, how do we get the Friday Chef's recipes in writing? If you want it in writing,
write it down.
That's a great question, Glenn. I would like to say just email me and I'll give it to you, but honestly, I don't have it. If there's something you really like, you can send me an email and I'll see if I can try to get it from him. That's something we were going to do at the beginning, but the recipes for some of them were so long, the description was out of this world. So hit me up if there's something specific you were looking for. Brian Vaughn. Oh, Roy. Swift, his ranking up or down? With a potentially a quarterback coming in there that's not Jared Goff. I mean, it can't hurt him because the volume's still going to be there. He's going to get the check down passes. He's going to get a lot of opportunities. They're going to try to rely on the run game a little bit more to take some of the pressure off of him. So I still like DeAndre Swift as a top 10, top 12 play this week. Brian Vaughn says, easy to set your lineup when everyone is out or on bye. That's the truth. No one on my bench is playing this week. That is the best time to have, because you know that no matter what happens, you had no choice in the fact of who you were going to start. And then Nathan, half PPR, Devontae Smith, Jarvis Landry, Donta Foreman, Rashad Bateman, Tyler Lockett, and Michael Carter. I can pick 4 of them. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of them. So I have to sit 2 of them. Honestly, it all depends on Lamar Jackson for the most part, right? So we're going to start Devontae Smith. We're going to start Tyler Lockett. We're going to start Michael Carter. So then it's between Landry, Foreman, and Bateman for your third guy. If Lamar plays, it's Bateman 100%. If he doesn't, I may transition over to Landry as somebody who's just slightly safer with a safer floor. Yes, perfect. What else do we have?
I'm still waiting on April's question. I'm hawking.
You're paying attention, right?
I've got it right on there.
You're just waiting for it.
Waiting for it to come through.
Rome says, please answer Ando. Has Ando been asking a lot? Ando says, PPR, pick 2 wide receivers in a flex. Brandon Cook, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Darrell Williams, CEH, and Jeff Wilson Jr. Pick 2 wide receivers and a flex. It's going to be DJ Moore and T. Higgins. And then for your flex, I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson Jr., Ando.
All right, Jake, quiet. April's asked her question. Need points in a full PPR league. We got to pick 2. Devontae Smith, Hunter Renfrow, Pittman, and Lockett. Or should I try picking up Hardman, Gallup, or someone else? We got to pick 2 in a full PPR. Hunter Renfrow, we're locking his A in right away. We're putting him in there. April, we're starting Hunter Renfrow. Now, what do you want between the other 2? Well, I'm looking at Pittman and Lockett here. Pittman's probably a little bit safer than Lockett, but Lockett's got that boom, boom, that bang, bang, wang, wang, high upside that you may need to win your week. So if you need points, if you need that bang, bang, wang, wang, you're going with Tyler Lockett there.
Devin Chakowski says, April asked if Devin Chakowski is a cool name. Yes. Devin out there having a good time.
Devin it is.
All right, well, here's the deal. We've been on here for 2 hours. We're going to answer a few more questions, but because it got so crazy, we didn't really transition to headliners after dark around 10:30 normally when we do this. So for the next few minutes, we're going to
do it on Headliner Gaming, baby.
We will do some there, yes. But for the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to do headliners after dark, where we'll answer some questions that are not just fantasy football related. We'll go back and forth, but if you have other questions, now is the time to ask them, and we'll be looking out for some of those as well. John Frey says he needs that bang, bang, wang, wang.
John, you come on over, baby.
Wow. Deuces Wild says, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you, Deuces. Browns defense or Miami defense? And honestly, I got to go with the Browns defense. Going up against Detroit, Cleveland at home. Give me the Browns this week. Bertha says...
real quick, too.
Yeah, hang on. Don't you dare interrupt me. Favorite part of Thanksgiving food? Real quick. What is it? Bertha wants to know.
Favorite part of Thanksgiving food? The stuffing, baby.
Dude,
yeah.
You want to know what's awesome?
Woo!
I have a shirt. Have you seen the shirt?
Which one?
I literally
I feel
have
like you wore one last year.
I think I did. I may have. It's a shirt that it says stuffing, and it has the ingredients of like how many calories and everything are on stuffing. Like that's the entire shirt. I love stuffing.
I feel like you did wear that last year.
I may have wore it last year on Thanksgiving week.
Jake, 2 questions. Okay. One of which, buy me a drink first, Kyle. John, listen, I'm gonna be buying you more than a drink. Anyway, okay. Number 1. Are we going to be doing any sort of a special live stream on Wednesday night this week? I've seen a couple of people ask if we're going to do a live stream before Thursday games. I know we're going to get all of our rankings out before Thursday, and that's why I don't know if a live stream is possible, because we're literally going to be dropping like
4, 5, 6, 7 videos in 3 days.
7 videos before Thursday.
Yes. So this is how it is, and for the 636 are here, you can get a behind the scenes look real quick. Next week, our plan is waiver wire on Monday, all 4 start sits on Tuesday, and then both ranking shows on Wednesday, so you have everything before all the games on Thursday. But then we're also leaning to the fact of having no injury show and no tailgate show, but just posting everything on the community tab in graphic format. So all the injury updates will be a picture that we'll post, so you guys can still have all that information. Same goes for weather updates and stuff like that. But I don't know if we'll have time. Honestly, I said this on, I think, the tailgate show. We do a lot of work around here, and all the guys deserve a little bit of a break now and again. And if we can give them all 4 days of a break or so, I'm kind of all in for it. So next week's going to be a little bit different. It's Thanksgiving time. A lot of people want to spend some time with family, and I'm not going to deny them that just to talk about football when we can get you guys all the information. So next week, maybe a little bit abbreviated.
Also, hey, for the 620 of 9 of you watching here right now, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat again so you see it. But after this stream is done, I'm going over to Headliner Gaming. I'm going to absolutely wreck some kids in Warzone, okay? They're going to be crying tomorrow morning about how this dude named Swag Rich pushed him down on the ground, stomped their face into the dirt, and just made them look like absolute rejects, okay? That's what we're going to be doing over on Warzone after this. I pinned a link. Go subscribe to Headliner Gaming right now, because I got 2 $100 Best Buy gift cards to give away tonight, all right? Come hang out with me. I want 100 freaking people showing up in the chat tonight. Can you do it for me? Can we get 100 people to head over to Headliner Gaming after this, to hang out with me, to run in Verdansk, to go crazy tonight, and to give away some gift cards? Subscribe right now, baby.
People like gift cards from Best Buy, that's for sure. Luis out there dropping the 20 bomb. Luis says, appreciate you guys, love hanging out. It's been a while since I can be here. Missed it a lot. Thank you. No, Luis, thank you so much for your jokes, the going back and forth. I mean, you are definitely a huge part of this community, and we greatly appreciate you, my friend.
Hey, Red, guess what? Your girlfriend wasn't telling me to shut up.
Oh, Lord, here we go. It's happening.
Body bag! Boom! Kyle, get the body bags, because we need 2 of them. One for Jake and one for Red, okay?
Christian wants to know dark meat or white meat, Kyle.
Oh, dark meat, 115%. You got to prepare the turkey just right. Okay, you got to make sure the turkey is fully thawed. I know too many people who don't set their turkey out enough. If you live in a cooler climate, put it out in the garage, let it hang in the garage overnight, let it de-thaw out there, okay? You take it out super early in the morning, okay? You do. And now listen, seasoning is not salt and pepper, okay? You need more than that. Salt, pepper, paprika, basil, okay? Everything that you can think of, just throw it in the bowl, okay? But the big thing to getting your turkey moist and delicious, okay? Separate those legs just like that, okay?
Oh, my God.
Pull them apart, okay? There's going to be a flap right there next to the hole. I honestly didn't mean to go here when I started talking about it, but here we am. Okay. You slide your hand up underneath that skin, both of them, caress the meat between the skin and the meat, just back and forth like this. Okay. Separate it. Make sure that there is enough room in there. Okay. Okay. Listen, you take your butter and that's where it goes. You got to get butter, some basil, some chives. Okay. A little bit of dill, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic, minced garlic, lemon, zest it too. Mix it all up. Put it in there. Okay. Really rub it around.
Throw a hashtag mute in the chat if you want me to mute his microphone. Wow. So that happened. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Cody Bear, if Lamar is out, Tua, Fields, or Jimmy G, it's going to be Tua for me. Tua, 100%. And then Luis, white meat or dark meat, Kyle, and we just answered that. Unfortunately, we got the full answer of it. Yeah, Slevin. I mean, this is what I deal with on a daily basis, my friend. Devin, I hired him, and at some points, I question. Yeah, but hey, it's all in good fun.
I can't even read the chat right now.
Kent wants me to turn the volume up, and Kent, that is not happening.
Oh my god.
But all right, so here it is, 11:07. Kyle, are you in the mindset to even go play Call of Duty right now? Because
Those kids are getting fucked, wrecked. Jesus.
Kyle,
Did it again.
Somebody has, somebody's feeling pretty good over there. 100% feeling good. Let's see here. So yeah, we are at 11:08 Eastern time. Kyle is full of energy. I mean, he's got that. He's got added energy to where I don't know where it came from, but we've talked football here for quite a while. We appreciate everyone hanging out, but it's about time that we head over to Headliner Gaming. The link is up at the top. He's pinned the comment. Head over there, hang out. This is the filtered version, okay? I'm going to be 100% honest. This is the filtered Kyle version right here. If you want to see the unfiltered, that's where you need to go, is the gaming channel.
Supreme, you ready, baby?
Because
You
he
ready,
holds nothing
baby?
back.
Woo!
There's nothing held back over there on the gaming channel. So if that's what you want to go
Can we get
hang out
100
with,
people over there? There's 585 of you here right now. If 1/5 of you went over there and hit the subscribe button and then stuck around and asked some fantasy football questions, wanted to get a little bit more look into the JXHE. It's basically my OnlyFans.
it basically is.
Do you want some more calf cams?
I don't think so.
Whew.
They want my calf cam, but I don't have a way to show it because my calves are bigger than yours.
Mine are much more defined, Jake.
Yeah, but mine's it's all about girth, Kyle, and I win. And then my route running is like a 98 on Madden. My defensive awareness is like 13, but my route running skills are pretty high. Awesome. Well, hey, hopefully you guys had fun with us, hanging out. You know, I mean, this is what it's all about. And we say this every single week, right? We can sit here and we can talk football and have fun and stuff, but it's all about hanging out with the community and building relationships and getting to know who you guys are. It's absolutely the main reason we do this, is to have fun, because a lot of people forget that this is a game still, that you, here I am trying to be serious and he's doing calf raises. Like this is my life, people. This is my life. Like this is what I have to deal with.
Oh my God.
Every day of my life.
Don't you want them in your mouth?
This is okay. Well, before this gets even worse, yeah, we're gonna end this one, and we're gonna go over to Headliner Gaming. So that link's right there at the top of the chat. We appreciate everybody's support tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us here for 2 hours and 10 minutes on your Saturday evening. We enjoy hanging out with you guys, but I think the time has come before we totally flip off the rails, that we transition out of here and over to Headliner Gaming. So go over there, hang out with us for a little bit longer. Kyle gonna put on a clinic maybe, or he's just gonna talk seductively into the ear of people that he's playing video games with. Either way, it should be entertaining. And
we're going to be live in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 100% 5 minutes.
Let's go, baby.
So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, a great weekend. And for myself and Kyle, Swag, whatever you want to call him, we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.